probably shouldn't say clap as we clap, but it worked.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Oh no, that was terrible.
Oh, that was good.
No.
Mine matched up. It was perfect.
Okay, that's fine. There's 2 claps you can work with there.
Derek, we made it 22 seconds before you swore. That's my first.
We're not live yet. We were just doing the clap.
Oh, that's going to be in. That's in the thing. Oh, I got my swear post-it note here just for you, Derek.
It's for you too. Mostly me. At least I suggested you do it. That counts for something, right?
So I don't have to spend an entire 4 hours going through every single second to make sure there's not a slipped in
Maybe
cuss
if our
word
podcast wasn't 4 hours, it would be less work.
It's also true. All right.
We should just do it weekly and then we wouldn't have to talk so long, right?
Do you want to do this weekly?
No, I don't.
I think if we had several hundred listeners, I would consider going weekly.
Sure. At least
and if I was
200.
making
anything,
some like Patreon money on it or something, then I would feel responsibility.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
For now, it's just whatever it is.
For our 5 listeners. Thank you, 5 listeners.
Thank you, 5 listeners. Actually, we have more than 5.
That's just
according to
one person using
Anchor.
A computer and a phone.
That's true. I'll take it.
I am curious how accurate those stats are, though, because I have stats for Dollar Dorks on FeedBurner, and it seems very inaccurate.
That was the same with like the old Not So Special. That was like, you've got 80 subscribers, and I'm like, yeah, right.
Yeah, this was in the 200 range. Oh no,
jeez.
It says 685 subscribers.
Oh,
for Dollar Dorks right now.
Wow,
that's what it says.
Look at you go.
It says the reach is only 5, which is weird. I don't know how they tell. Very weird.
Very weird.
Who knows? That's just the stats for today. Oh, no, that goes back. That goes back to January. Anyway, we don't need to talk about that.
Okay, let me do an intro. Less to do later. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Season 2 of Not So Special Podcast. How's it going?
It's going good.
I've decided that this is now Season 2.
I was going to say, this is Season 2. I thought your reboot was Season 2, and that means we're in Episode 3 of Season 2.
Season 3. Now we're in Season 3 then, I guess.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Podcasts can just decide whenever they want, right? To be Season 1 or Season 2. They can just change it whenever they want to.
Yes, they can.
So we got to catch up to other podcasts who are already in their second season.
See, this is what Xbox should do. They don't want to be the Xbox 3 when PlayStation 4 came out. They don't want to be Xbox 4 when PlayStation 5 came out because they're a generation behind.
So they should just call them the Xbox 6.
Yeah, Xbox 10. It's already an X.
They did it with Windows, right?
Yeah.
They skipped 9.
Yeah.
They just went 8 to 10, so why not?
There were reasons for that, but I can't remember what those were.
Because they wanted an even number.
Oh, maybe it was even to actually align with Mac OS X.
Oh, maybe. That would make sense.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
My name is Josh, otherwise known as Creepleet. That is my co-host Derek, otherwise known as Deej13.
Yes. Or DEGE13 for all I care, but that's longer to say.
Oh, I'm also Creep 1337.
That's true, you are.
Or Creep 1337.
Yep. Yeah, I usually say both. Creepleet and then 1337.
You know it's bad when people go Creepleet Josh. Or Josh Creepleet.
Creepy Josh.
You gotta Creepy Josh. This just kind of become...
It depends on the context. If you're at a Cartridge Club specific thing where it's Cartridge Club people, then it's no problem. Like, let's say our Discord, I'll be like Creepy Josh or whatever.
Yeah,
but if it's a podcast and you may be going to people who aren't familiar with the community, then maybe get a little more specific so they can find you.
It's true.
Yeah.
Talk about branding, eh?
Yeah.
Jeez. I've thought about it. I've thought about changing my branding to a different, but I have no idea what it would be.
That's part of it, right? Part of it is, what are you going to be, and is it any better or worse? And then who are you going to impact, or what are you going to impact by changing it? Because obviously mine's kind of insignificant. It's my initials.
Yeah, that's true.
And my lucky number.
Well, and that mine was like my Xbox gamer tag, my original Xbox gamer tag.
Yeah.
I was like, that seems to work.
Is there a story
but
behind
I did the
that,
whole...
though?
No, not really.
You got to be creepy and elite?
Well, I guess there's a story behind anything, technically.
Yeah.
So I think creep came from when I was in high school, like in middle school, high school. My friends and I had a rap group.
I was going to say this story's going to be good, but I didn't think it was going to be rap group good.
Oh, yeah, rap group good. Anyways, we tried to do like we didn't want to do like gangster rap because we wanted to be like family friendly, and
which is totally what rap always does. We were very counterculture, okay? Uh-huh. Which is the true definition of hip hop. So I think we were just trying to like write songs about stuff, like things, not like emotions, because that was too cliche. So I wrote this sounded like Briz and Dizzle.
Yeah, pretty much. Although way worse. And I think I wrote a song about bugs, and I called it like Creepy Crawlers or something like that.
Okay.
I think that's the name of it. I can't remember honestly. But
you don't have this music anymore?
No, I don't. I may have it on a tape somewhere, but it's not coming out, so don't ask.
It needs to come out.
And so I think I just inherently got the name Creep because of that was the first song that I wrote, quote unquote.
Yeah.
So, and then Leet came because of Ben, who was partner on Game Hunters R Us. Yep. He introduced me to Leet Speak.
Yeah.
And then part of his gamer tag had Leet in it, and I thought that was cool, so I put Leet on the end of my Creep.
So it's like your clan.
Yeah, it's like a clan tag.
Yeah.
So there's my story.
There you go. Well, I said mine's my initials, but there is my other name, DJ Chew.
DJ Chew?
Because I also made music.
Ooh.
I made a CD.
Ooh. Do you still have it?
I do. I have MP3s. I have the actual CDs.
Okay. I will need a copy for research purposes.
Once I get a copy of your tape.
It's so bad. You don't want it.
So is mine. I mean, I wasn't rapping, but
that's the thing. That's the difference, I think. Oh my God.
I actually sold my music.
See, you're already 10 times better. 100 times better.
I think I sold 5 copies at bass competitions, like car stereo bass competitions.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because at the very end of the CD was all test tracks where you like just pound the bass to hit records.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I need to put some of this music in the episode. I want to hear it.
Let's hear yours.
No.
Mine's easy to get. Mine's an MP3 format on my hard drive or on my server.
Let's see, mine's on I don't even no idea how I would even get it off a tape. Do I even have a tape player?
If you don't, I will get you one. Or I'll record it.
I got a bunch on the garbage I can get.
That's true. It's not like you don't see them 5 times a day.
I leave them there on purpose.
Find one with an auxiliary out. Preferably made by Sony.
Just a headphone jack, right?
Yeah. Or RCA cables.
Yeah.
But get a decent brand one so it doesn't chew your tape up.
I mean, yours is already MP3s though.
Yeah, so I've got mine on hand whenever yours is ready.
Oh my gosh. Don't make me do it, man.
I'm absolutely making you do it. I need to hear about these creepy crawlers.
No, they're so bad. Okay, we're moving on.
Inserting track now.
No, it's not happening.
It's not
If
happening.
it doesn't happen, Josh failed you all.
I'm sorry for failing, but don't get your hopes up in the first place.
And his second track now.
No. Oh my gosh.
It's Creepy Josh.
It's creepy, Josh.
Rhymes with oh my gosh.
How did we even get on this conversation?
I asked what your name.
Branding. Oh, the branding.
I wonder why this podcast takes so long to record.
Because we go off on tangents and then we don't edit them out.
Yeah. No, that's got to stay in.
Of course.
In fact, you're editing in your song, so it's going to be a little longer.
I'm editing in your song.
Even just, let's say 10 seconds of your song right there would be good.
I've got how many days till the end of the month? I have to edit this podcast and find a way to get an audio. I have to find the tape, first of all. That's a whole other story. Then I have to get that brought over into a computer in less than 10 days.
I believe in you.
Ugh. I don't know. No promises. But in terms of branding, yes, I did do the rebrand once because I was Game Hunters R Us, and then switched channels to my Creeply channel.
Yeah.
Lost half the subs, and I've never.
Well, you
Never
were
come
a
back
group of
since.
2 before, so maybe they just didn't like you. The ones that did like you came over.
That's very true. But
I'm half joking, but it's possible.
it's also entirely possible. Yeah, I know it's. So I don't really know. I know the name Creepleet isn't like super enticing. People kind of look at it and be like, "What the heck is this?"
Yeah, but neither is Mr. Beast. And he's still got tens of millions of subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah, but Mr. Beast has more of at least it's words that you know and not numbers.
Yeah.
It looks more like Creepleet looks more like a username rather than a channel name, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So then I figured I've already made a logo. Do I want to make another one?
That alone.
No.
Don't bother.
So, yeah.
The real question to me is why bother rebranding? You're not making money off of it. There's no point.
I could though. But I could be.
Could you?
Money, though.
Could you?
if
Would rebranding be the difference? Tell me that.
That's a good question.
I don't think that's what's holding you back. I think it's just you don't put the time in because you have a life. You're doing other things. It's not your career.
I suck is what you're trying to say.
I suck too.
It's very funny because I take like video production as seriously as I can. Like I don't go out of my way to do something crazy, but I'm very interested in the quality of things, and the time it takes to edit them, and I take time to do it. But at the same time, I find it very tedious, and I don't like it when I'm doing it to some point, and then I just stop. And so that's another part of it is my irregular schedule.
Yeah. See, for me, video editing, I take it serious as well. I just think partly I don't have the skills to do it as good as I want. I don't have the knowledge, basically, of the tools that I'm using. And creativity is an issue sometimes where it's I just can't think of a new idea to do something cool, like what camera angles or something like that, right? For example.
Yeah.
Or to tell a story through a video, as people suggest doing when you're even just doing time lapses or whatever. You're trying to tell a story to keep someone actually interested. I don't have that.
Yeah.
But when I'm editing, no matter what time it is, I will finish it. Is my problem. I usually end up staying up all night to do something like that, and I've done it more than a couple times where I'm editing a video which I know 5 people are going to watch, but I still put way too much effort in and add in photos where we reference something, right? But I haven't done that in years now because I know it's just not. There's no value in it. No one's watching it. I enjoy doing it, but I don't have the time to do it. I'd rather spend that time on something else, playing a game.
Yeah. So, and I think that's one of the reasons. I think that's one of the main draws of like streaming, right? Because it's kind of you put a
Yeah.
little bit of production value into it, but then you just do it and it's out there.
Yep.
And it is what it is, and you don't really have to do any post production work on it.
Yeah. Definitely.
So I've been trying to stream more. I think it's kind of working out, but again, it's going to take time. But
Yeah, I've been trying to too, but everybody says you're not going to become a popular streamer or even get that many more subscribers if you're not doing it consistently and have an actual schedule,
yeah,
right? And that's not something I can do at all.
yeah, most people with families can't who work a regular job.
Yeah.
Like it's tough to do that. So like again, I'm just like you. I stream when I can or when I'm feeling it, right? So
Yep.
it's 10 o'clock at night, 10:30 at night when I start, and
I was trying to
finish
get
at midnight.
Yeah. I was trying to get streaming with the kids, but my kids just aren't mature enough for that. Like my daughter will start saying something stupid and then my son will copy and then she'll copy him more and they'll just go like the last 3 or 4 times that we've tried to stream that's happened and we just shut it down because they're being idiots.
Yeah.
So I deleted those videos because it's just ridiculous. Embarrassing. But I like when
But
they
that's-
are good and we're playing
Yeah.
as a family. It just,
Yeah.
yeah. The worst part is
Yeah,
we're also
streaming
streaming
is-
late at night and staying up late, and then kids become even more dumb when they don't sleep.
More of a handful.
Yeah. I like dumb. They stop thinking. They stop, it's like they're drunk, right? Lowered
Yeah.
inhibitions.
They're exactly like they're drunk
Yeah.
people. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
You're talking, but you're not making any sense.
I get that like too sometimes. So I went out and I bought a new camera. What do you think of my webcam quality now?
I see too much of your room. No, I'm kidding.
Sorry, turn it off. Turn the lights
No,
off.
the quality looks good. I'm back to using my just webcam because
Yeah.
I noticed the GoPro works better over USB extensions as a webcam than my webcam does. So
Really?
I don't know what my Logitech webcam, my C910, I think it is. It just stops working all the time when it's on too long of extension, and I've got it going all the way behind me and over to the couch.
Oh,
so
yeah.
and then in front of the couch to the TV, so it's like a 15-foot or more USB extension. So I even tried putting a powered hub in between, but it does not help. But that's me derailing the conversation off your new camera.
No, it's fine. Derail away. Yeah, I went out and bought a camera. So like that's part of like I enjoy the process of making a video. Like I enjoy the equipment and setting things up. So maybe I'm more of a producer than an actual content creator.
That's exactly what I would be. Yep. I'm not entertaining either, so.
It depends who you talk to, right? Some people can't stand me, but some people do. So I was looking around at cameras because I actually found a really nice camera in the garbage. It's like a Sony DSC HX200 or something like that.
Yeah, you told me the model. I can't remember.
Yeah. But like really nice. It's a point and shoot, but it's got like a 30 times optical zoom, 18 megapixels, I think. Anyways, really nice camera. And I was thinking, oh, this would be perfect. I'm like, I can finally upgrade because I have the Logitech C920 as my webcam. And it works, and it for what it is, it looks nice. And I was like, I wanted a camera that I could make videos off of, like YouTube videos. I wanted one that I could hook up to my computer to use as a camera. Maybe this could do it, but the screen on the camera just kind of tilts up and down. It doesn't actually flip up or around. So you can't do like a vlog style content with it. So,
Unless you used a PC and OBS and all that.
yeah, it's a lot of running around, and especially like if I want to take it out and do something with it, like say,
fingers crossed, whenever conventions happen again, and I want to
Yeah.
take it.
Yep.
I want to be able to see what I'm framing. So it did have HDMI out, and I'm like, well, maybe I could hook this up to the computer and use it as a webcam. And everything was like, it worked, but it just wasn't quite good enough. I'm at that point now. I'm just like, it's so close, and it's inconvenient enough where I would just rather use a webcam.
It's free, but it's not good enough.
Yeah. So
I hope
was
you.
like,
I hope you at least sold it to put
No,
towards the new one.
I actually kept it, but I left it upstairs for my wife to use because it's got a really nice. It's got the optical zoom on it is crazy. The 30 times optical zoom is so nice. So she's able to get like pictures outside, like
Gotcha. Yep.
things happening, or if the kids are outside, she can get closer. If she's inside, she can watch them, that kind of thing.
Yeah. 30 times goes pretty damn far.
Yeah.
Our drone at work has 30 times.
Oh,
It's
does it?
pretty awesome. Yeah.
I mean, and the camera's only going for like, I don't know, anywhere from, the prices are all over the place, like 50 to 100
Okay.
in that range.
Yeah.
So I put my my feelers into the out to see what I could find for a camera. And I found a really nice camera, a Sony A5100, which is a mirrorless camera.
Okay.
And I saw one on Facebook for $400, and I was like, ooh, I debated it because of course, with our challenge, I had a little bit of money sitting around. And I was like, I could get this camera. And then I started daydreaming about like, oh, think of all the content I could make, and I could turn it into the webcam, and I did research, and then I go to look at it again, and it's sold.
When you're thinking
So,
about it, you need to message them. I've learned
it's
that over
too
the
late.
past.
Yeah.
If you're thinking about it, just message them to buy yourself time. Like, hey, when's a good time to pick this up? And then they just don't answer, or they answer and you be like, sorry, changed my mind, found another option, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Or just don't answer them like half the people on Kijiji and Facebook do.
Oh, it's so annoying. I can't stand it. And so that's one of the reasons like I won't message unless I'm
Yeah.
sure that I want it, because
Yeah.
I'm so tired of people just hitting that button. So I just kind of course, Facebook remembers what you searched for, right? So it knows that I was looking at cameras, so it keeps
Yep.
bringing up more cameras for me to look at. And sure enough, a couple days later, another Sony A5100 pops up. And it was basically like half the price of the other one.
Oh.
And
Good thing
it
you
had
waited. Maybe you should wait a couple more days and another one will come up for half that.
I haven't seen one since, to be fair. So
Facebook
And it
knows
had
you
a-
bought one. They stopped showing you.
well, they keep recommending other cameras to me. That I
Yeah,
don't know. But the best part, it had a or best offer beside it.
Oh, okay.
So I threw them an offer of $50 less, and they accepted it within like 10 minutes. Said sure.
So you
and
drove
get
over
it.
there within 10 minutes.
Well, end of the day, I went over there and,
Okay.
and took it. So, but yeah, it's been nice. I've learned the hard way about some things, mainly using it as webcam for streaming. That batteries don't last forever. I don't know if you knew that,
Uh-huh.
but
I did know that. Yep. That's why when I used my last camera for recording, I made my own wired adapter that was a battery gutted, plugged into the
Oh,
wall.
okay.
Yeah.
I just went on Amazon and bought a battery that plugs into the wall.
Yeah.
So now it does it by itself. So that's been cool. I learned about memory card speeds and why you need different classes
Yep.
for file formats.
I'm a
been
true
interesting.
nerd. I already knew that.
Oh, see, well, you're not a nerd. You're a dork.
I can be both.
So next thing you know, I'm like, oh, I want to record the super high quality, and then the camera says, nope, your memory card's not good enough.
At least it tells you, because the old cameras used to just, like, you'd have a file that was either partially written and missing blocks, or it would just not write the file at all, or it would throw an error but not tell you why.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, had to go on Amazon and buy a memory card, and then buy
Yeah.
it. So, like, by the time you're done buying all the accessories you need for it, you're still another, like, $100 into it. So
That's why I want to stick with GoPro, because I already have most of the accessories.
yeah, that's fair. So, anyways, it's been nice. I've enjoyed it. So, I haven't made any videos with it yet, but
We're making one now. You're just not recording the video.
That's true. I could. But one day, look forward. Watch me on YouTube, and maybe one day you'll see it. I was trying to compare with the other camera, like video quality between it and I have a Pixel 3 XL.
Yep.
Which has a really good camera on it too. But I was trying to compare like picture quality, and it's very hard. Like with the old, not the new one that I bought, the A5100, the other one that I found.
Yeah.
And I get so caught up in the details of, well, this one looks a little sharper, this one's a little softer, but this one has better quality, but this one's a little brighter, and you just kind of go down the rabbit hole of.
Yep.
Yeah. It was a little bit annoying, so.
And they're both on auto mode probably too, so you can always fine tune if you had to.
Yeah. And that's the one thing I do like about this camera is it lets you fine tune through all the options that my phone won't let me do. So you can make it look a lot nicer.
I thought your phone did, because I have the Pixel 2 and I thought it let me do quite a few options, but it's been a while since I played with it.
It does, but not enough as.
Not as much as a full camera, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Makes sense.
Because it'll let me set like apertures and.
Yeah, see, maybe I'm actually thinking on my OnePlus phone it actually let me set those, which is funny because it's an older phone, but yeah, they don't like.
My old LG would shoot RAW, like RAW format.
Yep.
But the Pixel won't shoot RAW, and this the Sony will. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not seeing any options either. It must be something that they either had and removed, or I'm thinking of the old one. But I think there was something on the Pixel before, but maybe it's even a different app as well. I may have heard. Maybe it was a different app I was using.
I'm sure you could download a different app to make it.
Yeah, the hardware still needs to support it, but
that's true.
Yeah.
So, what's new with you? Did you get a new camera?
I didn't get a new camera recently. I got my GoPro like months ago, but
that's true.
Like 6 months ago. GoPro Hero 5 Black.
I think
right? No, 7. 7? 8? What the hell did I get? An 8. 8 Black. Why can't I think? 4 is what I had. And a 5 session. But yeah, 8 Black. That's what it was. Yeah, I think we talked about it before. I did pick something up I was just telling you about before the recording here. I actually had it delivered to me. It wasn't even a pickup. It was a delivery.
Oh man, special
from Kijiji. So
did you pay for delivery or did he offer?
No, I didn't pay for delivery. The story behind that is I went to pick it up from his house yesterday and he was not there. Even though we had arranged the time and everything, he said it would be fine to go pick it up there at that time, get to his house, which was near the hospital, New Grand River Hospital, like the road behind it.
Yep.
So it was hard as hell to get in his driveway. It wasn't plowed. Had to pull in the neighbor's driveway. Just parked there. Walk over to his house. Knock. No answer. Knock again. Dog starts barking. Great. Knock again. Dog's barking more and still no one answers. I'm messaging him. No answer. So then I go to leave and a Canpar truck comes up behind where I parked. Blocks the driveway. Delivers a package to the house that I'm at. And I'm like, she's like, looks at me like, ready to give me the package. I'm like, no, sorry, I'm not here. I don't live here. I was just parked here. She's like, oh, okay. I'm like, don't rush or anything like that because I don't, I'm not supposed to be parked here anyway. So she goes and delivers the package. The person didn't answer the door. She finally leaves with the truck. And then I go to pull out. There's tons of cars there. And the lady answers her door and waves to me and says, thank you. Like, that's not where I just waved. It's better than trying to explain why I was parked in her driveway. And she's got to be scratching her head like, why is Canpar using cars now? Like, what are they, Amazon or?
Just take the credit, man. Take the credit.
So then the guy messaged me back and apologized, which I thought he was going to be a flake out because he seemed like that type of guy, flake out. And his house kind of looked like it too. But he messaged me and he apologized right away. And he's excuse. Oh, my phone battery was dead, which I've heard before. He's like, I was actually out all day and my phone battery was dead. But then he at least admitted he forgot about us having set up the time rather than blaming me like some other people have done in the past. But anyway, so he says, I can bring it to you. And I'm like, okay, I'm never going to hear from this guy again, right? So he messages me today and says, I can bring it to you today. I said, sure, what time? I need to know if I'm going to be at work or at home, you know, what time you plan on coming. He doesn't answer. And then he finally answers at like, what was it, 8:30? I think it was 8:30. He says, I can come now, be there in 20 minutes. What's the address? It's like, how do you know how long you're going to be here until you get here if you don't know the address? Anyway, he shows up. He's got a mask on, which is good. Comes to the door, apologizes again, and hands over this. It is, for the audio listeners, it is PlayStation Move controller 2-pack, and it was sealed. Brand new sealed. So Josh, what do you think that's worth? Did you see
What's
this on
it worth, or what did you pay?
Well, let's see what it's worth first, because I'm pretty sure this is $129 in the stores, wasn't it?
Yeah, around 100 or.
So still sealed. They're clean as I've ever seen the balls on these things, because they're usually nasty ass rubber. Yeah, I broke the seal. I checked it. I'm glad that I found it, and now I can bundle those other two in with the PlayStation Move or PlayStation VR I have to sell. And these will be the micro USB charging, whereas those ones are mini USB from PlayStation 3. So anyway, he had it listed for $75. Okay. I offered $60. He said sure, and then he delivered it. Wow. I mean, I wasted gas going to his house, but that was on work time anyway, so who cares? Yeah.
Nice. That's a good deal.
Yeah. And I'm going to keep them. I thought about selling them because I could probably sell them for a decent profit on eBay if I wanted to, but...
Yeah, I might as well keep them, though.
Yeah.
They're the new ones.
Yeah, exactly. Then the new ones, they got the new charger. Why not?
Yeah.
Or the new charging port, just because it's more convenient to have mini USB than micro. No, micro USB than mini. God. Yeah. Yeah. So that's my pickup and my story.
Cool. I'm jealous.
Good. Because I have a feeling this competition, I'm going to be jealous of you.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves. Goodness.
I got to tease a little. Tickle with a feather or something.
Tickle with a feather. Say. Yep, tickle with a feather. I don't have a soundboard for that.
Right?
One day.
Yeah, I should actually do that. I should totally do that. Anyway, what do you want to do now? You don't want to talk about eBay sales yet. I could also tell you about another thing. Yet. I have an eBay buying story.
Ooh, okay. Go ahead.
If anybody wants to hear me talk more, I wouldn't.
Who doesn't?
Everyone. So, I was buying more bass CDs on eBay and found one that was, I think it was like $10. No, sorry. The CD was $2.50, and shipping was like $10, I think. But they were willing to ship up to 3 CDs within that same price. So you could combine shipping. So I kept looking on all of his CDs to see what he had, because he only sells CDs. And he had an album that I thought my wife would like from her favorite artist. I mean, turns out she already has that CD, but she does not mind having extras because she always wants to have every album by her favorite artist. So I got the 2 CDs. They just got delivered today, and he had shipped them together in a CD mailer, which is made of cardboard. Yeah. And I could see that it looked pretty damn tight in there. So I open it up, and right across the top at the back, the top left corner where the hinge is, was just crushed. Oh. Like on the CD, you can see it's all broken plastic. And when I opened the package and pulled them out, chunks fell off both CDs. Yeah. Even though the one for me was brand new sealed in plastic, still chunks fell out of that because the plastic was broken too.
Yeah, of course.
It was just the cases, and there's front cracks as well, because the front CD cases always crack at the front anyway. Crack, yeah. He really should have turned them back front to front or something like that, but whatever. So I messaged the seller with just a leading comment of, hey, they arrived broken. and I don't think I even said, can you do anything about it? I just left it at that to see what he
Yeah.
would do. Most eBay sellers would offer a partial refund or something like that. I didn't pay a lot anyway. The shipping was more than the actual discs because it came from the States too. But he just came back with CD cases aren't part of the product. Go
Oh.
buy your own CD cases. They're cheap. I'm like, wow, that's freaking ridiculous. So I replied back with something along the lines of, actually, eBay considers the whole product to be part of the sale. You can't just exclude one part of it because it's damaged, and this is completely to blame on bad shipping. Or I think I said damage during shipping due to the packaging used. Yeah. And then he defended his packaging, saying he doesn't like cheap bubble mailers. Everybody else uses bubble mailers. He uses proper CD boxes. And I'm like, yeah, well, it didn't work out, did it? So back and forth a few more times, just pointing out that, eBay says the seller is responsible for the item until it is received by the buyer, and the condition, if it doesn't match the ad, then can be an item not described. So he disagrees, but didn't really dig more into disagreeing about that. But in his actual ads, he says jewel boxes are not considered part of the condition grading because they are generic and replaceable. I'm like, man, that does not disqualify damage to the case. You can say that all you want, but you sent something broken, or it got broken in shipping. As far as I'm concerned, as a buyer, you could have shipped it like that. There's no proof otherwise, and eBay would back me up if I argued. But
Yeah.
I don't want to send the discs back. I certainly don't want to pay for shipping to the States to send them back, because I can't get as cheap a shipping as he could.
Yeah.
So either way, I told him, like, he said, are you gonna whatever hassle me over 50 cents? Because it was really, the discs were $2 each. And I'm like, I don't even care about the money right now. It's a matter of the principle and the approach you took to arguing with me. And he actually came back with, I'm sorry if I sounded, whatever it was, if I sounded rude in my first reply. That's not what I meant, or something like that. But either way, it's,
Yeah.
I just thought his disclaimer was pretty funny. And he has a pretty big disclaimer, but most of it's okay. It's just that part that's like, really? He also has a part about, it says, occasionally you may encounter a promo CD with a hole through the barcode or other promotional markings on either the CD or the liner notes. If you are a person who takes issue with this or considers it a defect, these listings are not for you. I understand the disclaimers, and they're definitely sometimes necessary or often necessary, but it's just a little ridiculous that you can say the condition of the case isn't part of the actual product. That's just factually wrong.
You can put the disclaimer all you want. It doesn't protect you from.
And if he had
not
created the listing
right or
saying, sorry, yeah, I agree, eBay wouldn't stick with him. But if he had at least made the listing as condition acceptable, then maybe eBay would be like, okay, you can exclude the disc then, because that's not the disc. Sorry, you could exclude the case then because the case in acceptable doesn't even need to be there.
Yeah.
Whereas in brand new, which is what this one CD was, and the quality or the condition he put, it definitely needs to be in brand new condition. So I could have done an item not described on him, which if he's selling that many CDs, he shouldn't be. He shouldn't be doing that and taking those risks, I think. He also came back and said, I've been selling CDs in store since before the internet existed.
Oh, I love those people.
Congratulations, you're still selling on the internet.
It doesn't exclude your sale that you just did on the internet.
Yeah, and maybe you want the money you got from the internet. How's your in-person store doing you now?
Some people.
Oh man,
It sounds like he's had a couple bad experiences, and so he's just like trying to put every single issue into his item descriptions.
Yes,
Just to kind of ward them off.
and people do that, but there's a difference when you try to exclude something that's clearly part of eBay's policies, where you're responsible. Yeah.
There's also a way to do it that's not like
Douchey? Yeah.
Sounding like you're angry.
Yeah, and I almost got the impression that this is common for him. I even said that I bought like 15 CDs in the last month or so, and yours is the only one that arrived this damaged or damaged at all. I think one of them had a small crack in the front, other than his. But his were just, the corners of the cases are wrecked. It's garbage. The case is garbage now, and I need to swap it. That's not normal.
No.
And I can understand not wanting to package it in a bigger box and ship it paid more. His shipping price was reasonable for international shipping and combined shipping being allowed. But just risks, right? I could ship everything letter mail that'll fit, but I'm not going to if it's going to be a risk to me.
If it's going to break.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. So.
Yeah.
Oh well, hopefully. You have his ID marked down, so you know.
I'll recognize it in his description.
Buyer beware. That's true. Look for the disclaimer.
It was really nice that he combined shipping. He's the only person out there that I found that had the CDs I wanted and combines shipping. Because everybody else just makes you pay twice.
Yeah.
But
that's true. I would never do that.
Yeah, I also mentioned to him that, if I had this sale, or if I purchased this, basically, if I was in my own shoes and hadn't messaged him, I would never buy from him again, right? In fact, I probably won't, so. Not unless he has 3 CDs I really want. And then I tell him to put in a fucking bubble mailer this time. And now I swore for you.
Oh, you've got a couple, don't worry.
I have seen you taking notes, but I just thought it was really interesting stuff I said.
Nope, that's every time you swore.
Oh, God.
You're up to 8. You're up to 8.
Oh, God. I swear I don't do this with my children in the room.
Oh, it's all good. I just think it's funny. Jeez.
I think it's less funny, but that's because I don't realize I'm doing it.
Oh, well.
All right. What do you got? What are you up to? What else did you buy?
I haven't bought a whole lot. Just a camera. I do have a funny story from work, though.
Yeah, go for it.
You had a story from work last week. I got a story from work this week.
Oh,
or the last month. I won this month.
Yeah.
So for those who don't know, I drive a truck for a living. I work in the garbage industry. I don't necessarily drive like a garbage truck, but I drive a dumpster truck, I guess you could say. And part of our job is we drop dumpsters into people's driveways. So people are doing like a roof or a reno. You call, and then we put a bin in your driveway, and then you fill it up, and then I come and take it away. And some driveways we have are very, shall we say, challenging, because people don't think about, what if a big truck has to come in here and put something in my driveway?
What about that big truck that I just called to come in here and put something in my driveway?
And the way that our truck works, like I've got a rail that's like works like a boom, right? So it goes up like 20, 30 feet in the air for me to slide the bin off the back of the truck.
Okay.
People don't think about that, and they put their telephone lines across the driveways, or clotheslines, or they have trees with low-hanging branches because they just drive a little car, and they expect me to drive, like, the truck itself. Just the truck is like 10 to 13 feet high.
Yep.
So I break branches constantly, just because people are like, you call for the bin, I'm gonna break stuff. Like, that's just how it is. We try not to. I'm not saying that we're irresponsible, but we do the best we can. I think I posted a picture on Twitter once of me. I had to back down between 2 houses, and I had like literally an inch of clearance. This was like a long time ago, like maybe 2 years ago. I had an inch of clearance on either side of my mirrors
to the point where I couldn't even open my door to get out, and I had to climb out the window to hook up a bin and then
God.
climb in the window to get back into the truck. Anyways, lots of challenges. So as we know, things have been getting cold around here lately. This is Canada in winter, and I do drop a bin first thing in the morning at this house. And of course, the old like wartime houses, very small houses, narrow driveways. Oh, excuse me. And I get to this house, and same thing, very narrow driveway, bushes on one side, and of course, hydrometers and everything on the left side with like overhead awnings. So trying to back down and drop this bin and not hit anything, not the easiest thing to do in the world. And it was pretty tight. I think I managed to get. I had to go in, but I had to like open the door, and I had to squeeze my way out. I couldn't open the door all the way and just step out. It was it was very much a squeeze. So part of my job as well is I'm in and out of the truck all the time. So I just normally wear like my jeans. I have a work shirt, and I have like a high vis hoodie that I wear, and that's it, because it's hot in the truck, but it's cold outside. But whatever, the temperature kind of equalizes. You don't really have a heavy coat when you're in the truck.
Yeah,
moving around. So that's what I had on this morning. I think it was minus 18 that morning when I went out. I got out of the truck to go unhook the bin, and I squeezed my way out, and I was, again, just wearing a hoodie, so not super bulky. Squeezed my way out, shut the door, went to unhook the bin, came back to the door to open, and it would not open. I have one of those locks that sits inside the door, and as I was squeezing my way out, I clicked it shut.
That's good.
I locked the door. And
Truck's running.
Truck running.
Truck's running.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Truck's running. And yeah, I'm just locked outside in minus 18 degrees in just a hoodie that's barely warm enough to keep you warm.
Phone's in the truck?
No, thank goodness I left my phone in my pocket. Normally I don't. I have like a phone holder that I normally put my phone in.
Yeah.
So everything that I normally do, I didn't do, for better and for worse. One, I guess I had my phone in my pocket, thankfully, so I was able to call my dispatch, and it was such an embarrassing call that you have to make, right? Like, hey, I locked myself out of my truck. Can you send somebody over with a spare? So thankfully they had spare keys.
And it wasn't a long drive either.
Well, it was about a 20-minute drive.
That's not bad, yeah. You could have been 40 minutes away, right? Or an hour,
Could have
like
been.
Listowel or something,
It
right?
was still in town, thankfully, yeah.
Yeah.
But minus 18, and I'm not dressed for it at
Yeah.
all.
And it's COVID, so you don't want to just knock on the person's door. Can I come in? I'm cold.
So, and that's the other thing. So the homeowner was there, and he kind of saw me. He's like, "Are you okay?" Because I was just standing in his driveway, like not doing anything.
yeah.
He kind of opens the door, and he's like, "Hey, are you okay?" I'm like, "No, I'm an idiot, and I locked myself out of the truck, and someone's coming to bring keys." So like, okay. And he did. He's like, "Do you want to step inside? Like, come inside the doorway and at least stay warm?" But I'm like, it's COVID, so I know I'll be okay. Like So I'm like,
stand by the exhaust. You'll be fine.
"You're getting ahead of me here, man."
I work outside during the day now, so I know this.
You know this. So I'm like pacing up and down the driveway, trying to stay warm. And then I realized they've got their laundry dryer going.
Oh.
And that exhaust came right out. And I just
Yeah,
went over there and get my hands under the nice laundry.
That's much better than the truck's exhaust.
Yes.
Smells nicer.
Smells nicer. Doesn't kill you as fast. So.
A little slower.
Oh, man. It was a rough 20 minutes. And the other thing I'd normally do is when I get in the truck in the morning, I hit unlock. So I unlock the passenger door.
I was going to ask about the passenger door, but I figured.
Also locked.
And there's no. Is there a back window? It's probably locked, but is there one?
No, there's no back window. It's
Okay.
just a solid window. But yeah, normally get in again. Things I normally do. Normally put my phone in the truck. Normally unlock the doors.
Just
Didn't
off your
do either
game.
of them. Yeah, just off. One of those off mornings. So
What day
yeah,
was
it
this? Sorry, did you say yesterday or today?
Oh, it was like 2 weeks
It was a
ago.
while ago. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was.
I was gonna say you were worried about the podcast recording. You were off your game thinking about it. 2 weeks ago,
funny
you were
enough-
thinking about your eBay sales.
Yeah, exactly. But funny enough, I at the time realized how ridiculous it was, and I wrote it down so I remember to tell it. Because I'm like, someone's gonna laugh at my pain. So
I can laugh at your pain. I don't mind one bit. Now I need to think of or try to remember to write things down because I don't remember things unless I write them down. Then maybe.
then you might remember them.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe.
You look at your note and be like, "What?
What the hell is this about?
I wrote this down, but I don't remember."
That is very possible. Yeah. I can't think of anything that's happened to me recently.
Well, it's been very cold. Has anything happened in the cold while you're working outside?
No, I'm cold. If I'm cold, I get in the car and start it.
No, that's fair.
That's about it. It's nothing interesting.
We had a mouse in our house.
Did you
Not
mention that before? Why does that sound familiar?
because I wrote it down in my document that you looked at.
Yes. No, that's not it.
No,
maybe you
like this
mentioned it.
just
Maybe that's
happened
someone
like
else.
in the past like 2 days.
Huh.
But
Interesting.
it's been so cold. Like we've been in the house for 2 years now,
Yeah.
and like never had an issue with mice. And then I think it was 2 nights ago. My wife says, I hear some scratching or I hear something coming from behind the stove. I'm not sure what it is. The previous owner, he was a real card anyway, but some of the stuff he's done to the house, he installed a gas stove, so he just kind of like knocked a hole in the floor through the wall
Oh,
and just brought the gas pipe up and
that's good.
installed the stove. So it's a nice stove, but anyways, there's a mouse came through. It was just kind of chilling behind the stove there. So
So you
can
filled
still
the
get-
hole.
well, I haven't filled it yet because I still need to get some material to do it. But I did go get a mouse trap, and I got him. So
Yeah.
the little stinker though, I put peanut butter on it, and the first time I
got it?
checked the stove yesterday evening when I got home from work, and the trap was moved to the hole and licked clean. So I was like, "Oh, we got a smart mouse here," and then I loaded it again, a little bit differently, like kept the stove a little bit further away from the wall just in case it caught. So, anyways, and then I checked 2 hours later, and he was caught.
Well, I did have a mouse in my car actually a couple of years ago in my wife's car. I don't know how. I still don't know how it got in there. It was actually more than one mouse. Couple of years ago, I think it was winter. Yeah, it was winter, and we noticed there was, I think it was foam on the floor in the back seat.
Okay.
So we got interested in how that could have happened, and I started cleaning out the car, just worried that there was something living in there, and never found anything in there. There was some poop in the door on the side of the car that my daughter was in. So she was a baby at the time, so she would have probably dropped food in the door in the little pocket where the bottom of the door, and so I put a trap in. Caught a mouse. I cleaned the crap out of the car, and the peanut butter worked perfectly. And it was these plastic traps from Dollarama.
Oh yeah.
And then just for giggles, I put the trap in again the next night. Caught another mouse.
Yeah, there's usually more than one.
Yeah, I didn't think there would be a possibility of there being more than one because, I just thought. I've never seen mice around our house except for when we first moved in, we moved the compost bin, and that was the only time I'd ever seen mice anywhere around here, or tracks from mice or anything.
Oh.
But I remember being a kid and seeing them all the time when we lived on a farm. But yeah, we got 2, and that was all. I left them in there for another 2 weeks. Every night I would put the trap back in just to make sure there was nothing else. I still don't know how they got in there either, but there was, I think, also, a straw, like a McDonald's straw in the glove box that had been chewed on. So somehow they got in the glove box as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's tubes running everywhere. In those cars, right? They just...
Yeah.
Access to one, they have access to all of them.
A couple years before that, probably 3 or 4 years before that, the same car had some kind of electrical problem. What was it? I think it was like the e-brake didn't show as on when you put the e-brake on or something like that. And I took it to the mechanic, and he's like, yeah, there's a bunch of wires into there that were all chewed. He fixed them all. Luckily, there was no issues with fixing them.
Oh.
So there's that.
There's some frisky mice.
Yeah. Probably the same ones. It's probably too many years before, but
my wife heard us talking about mice, and she opened the door, and she just said, "There's more poop behind the stove." So
oh god,
mouse.
I got some mice traps you can use if you need them. I'm not
I
using them.
I still got some. I bought some from Dollarama too. So
that's okay. Yeah, same ones probably. Yeah, I've got the 2 sitting in my garage now, just on the floor in the corners near the garage door, because I'm like, if anything's ever going to come in here.
Just in case.
Yep. Better than them sitting in a box or in a bag in the garage not being used, so.
Yeah. Just don't let the kids find them.
No, for sure, no.
That sucks. Don't ask me how I know.
I have never had that problem.
I was
as a kid playing with
kid,
mouse
okay?
Trap. Yeah. Yeah. Those old ones were really strong too. I don't know about the new ones, but
they're pretty strong. They're not as I
don't think they're as crazy.
I'm just stronger, I think.
Sorry?
I'm just stronger now.
You're stronger? Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can take it now.
Yeah.
Well, the new ones have sharp teeth, those jagged edges on them.
Ooh, yeah. That's more like a rat trap. I remember using those to catch rats.
Oh, it's just a mouse trap, but it's the plastic one.
Yeah.
Like a clamshell shape.
Yeah, I don't have the teeth one. I just have like regular mouse trap.
Oh,
like
okay.
The wood plank.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah, when I went to Dollarama to get them at that time, all they had was the plastic clamshell black thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, if it works, it works.
Yeah. So I did go and pick up the bubble wrap you had sent me the other day.
Oh, you did go get it. Okay, good.
That is a big box of bubble wrap.
Is it?
And it's not the normal bubble wrap. It's like the Amazon baggy ones.
They look a little bit bigger.
Yeah, it's not quite the big Amazon ones they were using before. I've gotten packages with this bubble wrap before, but it's like the one that's like, I don't know, like smaller cells anyway, with some room in between. But there's a lot in there. And I also picked up some other regular bubble wrap from somebody like a week before that off Kijiji as well. Just, Facebook was the one you sent me, I think.
I sent you one on Facebook, yeah.
Yeah, so the girl who did that, actually both of them were very appreciative that I was taking it off their hands, and they didn't need to deal with this garbage or throw it out, right?
Yeah.
They were happy someone could reuse it. So this girl actually said, or woman said, that she'll let me know if she has any more, and she sent me another link when she got some more, like just the next day.
Oh, wow.
But it was already, the bubble wrap was already gone that she had this time, and it was regular bubble wrap. But she also had some weird foam pieces that are also available, and those are still available. It's like, you know how you buy an electronic thing and it has that hard white foam that's molded to that thing, and she's trying to give that away. It's like, okay, thank you for trying to help the environment, but I don't see that being useful to anybody. Unless someone has a foam cutter, that would be working really well.
Yeah, you could cut it.
I built a foam cutter, but it was not well built, so it didn't stay together. I needed thicker nylon wire. No, not what's it called? Nichrome wire. Yeah. So I got lots of bubble wrap. And then when I had posted the picture on Twitter of all of the eBay boxes I had packaged up and got ready. A buddy of mine messaged me and said, "Hey, do you need some boxes? I've got like Amazon boxes and stuff. If you need them." I'm like, "Yes, please." So he dropped them off on my porch this morning, and it's a lot of boxes.
Nice.
You said you were short on boxes.
I
If you
do need
some.
boxes. I do need boxes.
Yeah, I should go through and figure out which ones I'm keeping and get rid of some because he gave me like no less than 20 boxes.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I've been looking, like I get most of my supply out of trash essentially, right? So
Same with the stuff you sell.
yeah, exactly. I got that giant roll of bubble wrap. You sent me that picture.
Yeah. That was huge.
Took floor to ceiling of my truck, like,
Yeah.
and wrapped up. I got it from a construction site. It's a new condo build, and so they were installing all new appliances.
Okay.
And so that's from all like the fridges, the stoves.
That's great. It's regular, like
washer
small
dryers. Just regular
bubbles.
small bubble wrap. Yeah.
I'm surprised they use that on a stove. You know.
I think it might be different when they're shipping it direct from a manufacturer versus a consumer.
Maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. At least that's what I assume it's from because that's what they were doing that day. So
Yeah.
I opened it up in my laundry room and it unraveled and just took up my whole living room or my whole laundry room. So it's been good. I don't have bubble wrap issues now because I was buying it from the dollar store for the longest time.
Yeah. See,
But
I got another roll about a year or two ago off Kijiji or Facebook or something like that. And it was free, but it was a brand new roll and it was a decent size, like more than a foot across.
Oh,
and I barely use that because generally when I get something from Amazon, I'm keeping all the air bags that they ship with it. And I've gone through all of those now. And I was just starting to tap into that roll of bubble wrap of mine.
and then you got more.
Yeah, and then I got lots more. So I was going through my Kijiji conversation, or sorry, Facebook marketplace conversations, which is how I remembered those stories.
I've actually had to turn down sales. I don't know if you've had to do this yet. Like I know we're trying to make money, but like we had that stay-at-home order, obviously, in Ontario.
Yeah. Yeah.
And right at the beginning of it, and of course, as soon as that happens, everybody's trying to go in. Everyone's trying to go buy stuff. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't trying to go out of my way to buy things. Just the camera because it was such a good deal. But anything I've sold like has been porch pickups, obviously. I would say like message me, when you're 10 minutes out, and then I'll just go put it on the porch, and then I have a screen door, and I'll just leave the screen door open, or closed, and then I can look out and see. Okay, good. Yep, just leave the money in the mailbox, or. I've been asking for e-transfers.
Yeah, I've been doing that too. I've been asking up front. Do you mind, or would you like to do porch pickup and e-transfer before? And most people have said no problem. There's been one person that has asked, like in this whole COVID thing.
Yeah.
There's one person who said, "I'd like to see it first." I can't remember who that was or what they bought. I'm pretty sure it was a girl buying like a Pokemon game, like a younger girl. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I understand. I think it was also like a expensive thing. I can't remember who it was now, but anyway,
yeah,
it was
I've
more expensive than $50. But
yeah, I've had that too. I've only had one person insist on paying cash, so it's whatever. Like, I'll wipe it down. It's not the end of the world. Good thing we have plastic money, so it doesn't.
Yeah, it really helps. That makes it so easy to wash money.
Yeah.
What did we do? We were buying something with cash, and I put all the money in the sink and washed it all. And I have this picture of our two double sink, right? Our double sink with one side being a drying rack, and that's just full of money. And then next to that, is when I sold my car. I sold my last car, my BMW, for cash, and the guy paid with cash with tons of bills, and it was $3,500 or $3,200 in cash. and I dried it all or washed it all and dried it on the drying side of the sink. And then beside that, I had to lay out one of those drying mats my wife has and laid out the rest of the money. So I took several pictures just so I could have like a wallpaper of cash if I want to do that.
That's funny.
Yeah. But again, our plastic money sure makes that easy.
Makes it nice, yeah. Well, so like as soon as that stay-at-home order came in, everyone's just like, everyone from Toronto started looking out here for stuff.
Oh,
Like I
did not have that.
I had people from Toronto and Niagara saying, "I will come today and get this," and I just said like, "No, you're not driving out here from
Yeah.
there. Stay home." Like, local's one thing, but like especially hotspots, no. You can stay. You can stay where you are.
I'll ship it.
I'll ship it to you. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that's
We'll message those people back and ask them now if they're still on it.
No, they're still in lockdown.
Yeah, that's true.
So
God.
I just at some point I just stopped talking to them. Like once I found out where they were from, and that's kind of been my new tactic now, has been, how long will it take you to get here? Like,
Gotcha. Yeah.
I will say I'm on this street. I won't give an address. I'll just be like, this is the street I'm on. How long will it take you to get here?
Yeah.
And they'll say, oh, I'm coming from Toronto. And they'll usually give it up themselves. I don't have to pry too hard. Or I'm coming from London, or I'm coming from Niagara or Brampton or Mississauga. I'm just like, nope. And then I'll say, oh, you know what? Someone else is interested. And then they'll offer to pay me more sometimes. I just stop answering. 'Cause I'm like, I'm not dealing with this. So.
Yeah, COVID.
Yeah, good times.
Did remember something else that happened. I got the ultimatum from eBay to change over my payments to managed payments by, what was it, February 23rd, I think it was, or something like that.
Okay.
Or I can't make any new listings. So I changed over.
Oh, and?
It's all set up, and I've even had sales with it. I think I had 4 sales with it. And I did actually also have a ongoing Twitter conversation with Chris Roberts and Eric, Mighty Q Dog. And Mighty Q Dog was talking about how his first payment on management payments was going through, and it showed he saw quite a delay in the time when the person pays to when PayPal pays you to when your bank processes and it shows up in your bank. I think he saw a 5-day delay.
Oh, wow.
Included the weekend. So the weekend was like when the person purchased it. Then the eBay didn't transfer to his bank until Monday, which I saw that as well. But then I think it was another day or two until his bank actually made the money show up in his account, if I recall correctly.
Man, that's too long.
Yeah. So for me, I think it took 2 days plus whatever weekend time there was. So let's say 3 days if it was sold on a Saturday or a Sunday. Yeah. Sunday to Monday, Monday to Tuesday. No. So if it's sold on a Saturday. Anyway, something along those lines. So it is slower, definitely, to see the money.
Especially if you want to use that money to like buy a shipping label.
Yep. So there's that.
I wonder why
I did with
that.
I think I don't remember what I even did for that, for the shipping label. I think I might have used PayPal, which is funny because now it's not really going into PayPal, right? I
wonder why the split, because they used to even be the same company.
Yes, but eBay decided to sell it off, or do they go independent again? I don't remember if they went independent or not. But either way, it's not been the same company for many years now.
No, I know it's been different, but it's strange that they would like cut ties so hard.
Oh, and that's the other point is the fees are now often higher.
It's like they're trying to get rid of people.
Yeah, eBay doesn't like people; they like money. They don't realize they need people to make money.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I did the calculations on a few of them with the old method compared to the new, and the new method was 50 cents more expensive there on a $25 sale.
Okay.
And the other ones I haven't done both calculations.
I mean,
I
it's
could
not
fill down
terrible,
and do
but it would add up over time, right?
Yeah, for sure. Like you're 50 cents on a $25 sale is a decent amount when they're already taking $6 off you,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
And then I also like, unless you're like you who tracks everything in spreadsheets, so you know how much you have in your quote unquote game fund.
Yeah.
Like someone like me who just kind of like my PayPal is my game fund, right? Like that's
Yep.
why it's separate. So
Not for long.
for someone like me, like I might just like go open another bank account just to put the money to put it in there. So
Yeah. Chris was talking about doing that, Chris Roberts.
So
Now I'm also seeing that my eBay invoice came in and it's still set up to pay with PayPal. That's not going to work out great forever once that money's gone. Huh. I wonder how to change that. That'll be fun.
I'm sure they'll pull it.
Yeah, they'll pull it, but it'll pull from my credit card. I don't want them to do that.
No.
I found the option to change the payment method. PayPal billing agreement, checking account. Just makes me shudder the fact that they're gonna have my checking account.
Jeez.
They already do now, but they're gonna have it twice for deposits and deductions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's the way they're forcing everybody to go.
If only there were some like actual equivalent competition like, website.
Yeah, that would be
like
great.
in the States there's more options, right? Like there's Mercari and other I don't even know all the places that you can sell
Yeah,
things.
I know. I've heard of them, but I still don't think any of them are going to be anywhere near eBay
No.
for
Sounds
just
like a
number
business
of eyes.
opportunity.
Yeah. Have fun getting there, though. That's the problem, is convincing people to sign up and actually use it.
That's true.
It almost needs to come from a known source. Like, let's say Facebook starts changing Marketplace into that,
Yeah.
which
With
they
PayPal
already were doing
integration.
something like that in the States. They were letting you do payments through PayPal or through Facebook payments. They were doing their own
Yeah.
payment thing, I heard. It was just a beta
You could pay
program.
through PayPal too through Facebook. Or no, maybe not Kijiji. Kijiji you could do
Yeah.
PayPal.
But Kijiji's owned by
eBay.
eBay, yeah.
But well,
So they
that's
already
what I'm
have all the
saying.
setups. Yeah. Watch
So,
them switch it to managed payments. It's only a matter of time.
That would suck.
And Kijiji, for anyone in the States, basically, it's a Craigslist-like site, an app.
They have Kijiji in the
Classifieds,
States, don't they?
basically.
There's Kijijis in the
I
States.
don't believe there is Kijiji anywhere but Canada.
Oh. I thought it was there, it just wasn't popular.
I do see Kijiji United States, but for some reason it's actually listed under kijiji.ca/bcanada/United States.
Oh, it's like when we get the kijiji.com/ca.
Yeah.
So that's funny.
eBay.com, you mean, right?
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, really
It's all the
weird.
same
Oh,
thing.
you know what? This is just doing a search for United States on Kijiji. But Kijiji is only Canadian according to everything I see here.
Okay.
Like even, let's just try Kijiji.com. The problem is it may also redirect based on my location, so. But it's redirecting to Kijiji.ca. Yeah.
Get your VPN up.
I do not see eBay anywhere on this site anymore. As if maybe they're not owned by eBay anymore.
Maybe they sold
There's
it.
actually a different parent company showing that's based in Netherlands.
Oh, interesting.
Market Plats, Plats, BV. Weird. Maybe they're sold off. Either way, this is less interesting for most people. I just wanted to clarify what Kijiji was.
Man.
So you want to dive
Times they are
into
changing.
dive into some numbers? Or you want to dive into some questions?
Well, we could do some. I think before we do that, we need to drag out some corpses,
Oh, some corpses, some podcast corpses.
some podcast corpses. I don't have any ginger ale today. I'm drinking a nice fresh peace tea.
I have water.
Okay.
I did drink a piece tea earlier today, though.
So why don't you go first? Why don't you drag the first one out?
I don't know which one you want me to drag out, but let's drag out Flock of Nerds, Flock Talk. Flock Talk,
Oh.
yeah. Flock Talk podcast. Would pour one out for you. You are no
Okay.
more, it seems. I think the last episode was in January.
I think
Their,
so.
New
They had New Year's
Year's-
episode, right?
Yeah.
So that was full of
pretty-
spoilers, by the way.
I don't mind.
Ugh.
Spoilers
Not
for
that
what?
guy, but I think they spoiled Last of Us 2, like a game that just came out.
I don't care about that.
That's true.
I'm not in for watching a movie when I play a game.
But yes, Flock Talk, we do miss you. Hopefully you'll hear this and this will encourage you to come back. But
That'd be great.
until then,
That is the intent. It's not just to shame you. It's both.
both. Yes. The other
could do both.
one we're gonna drag out here is Bonus Barrel. I haven't heard.
Poor Bonus Barrel.
I haven't heard hide nor hair of them in how many
think-
months?
That last episode they did was with the developer, if I recall correctly, and I really enjoyed that one.
Yeah,
That was really good.
I meant the the bonus barrel, like
Yep.
Sage's little offshoot, which you had a whole episode.
I might have been the last one.
You might have
killed
been.
the whole
That's
thing.
true.
Maybe I killed it. Now I want to check because I don't remember if I was the last one. It's hard to find stuff like that because I don't know. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I am the last bonus barrel.
Dang.
At least I wasn't the last episode in general, though. Then I'd feel a little bad. Took a while for my terribleness to kick in. 8, 10, 12, 14, 15 episodes, so can't blame me for that one. Yeah. The developer one that I was thinking of was not the last episode. It was the one before. I think it was the bonus barrel before me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Either way, still good show. Hopefully they're doing
Shout out.
okay. Hopefully they come back.
Shout out
They-
a revived podcast.
Pardon?
Podcast that came back from the dead.
Oh yes, we should absolutely. Go for it.
Frantic Thoughts. Welcome back to the land of the living.
I'm taking my ginger ale back.
Just pass your ginger ale that you consumed over to Flock of Nerds, or Flock Talk,
Oh, okay.
and
yeah.
Flock
transfer.
Talk and Bonus Barrel.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, the transfer. So,
Yeah.
welcome back, Josh. We missed you. Thanks for having a dedicated episode. It was all about best games of 2020.
Yeah.
That he did with Rocket Sauce.
I was
Good
going to say, he
episode.
even had a guest.
I listened to it today.
Okay. I listened to
worked.
it yesterday, I think.
So
Yeah.
it was good. Good show. Everyone should
I
go
was
check
actually-
out Frantic.
Just noticing that I think the Bonus Barrel Discord is gone.
Uh-oh.
Did I leave it or did they delete it?
Uh-oh.
I can't recall how long ago that was gone, or did I leave it? I don't remember. I don't think I left it, but
Why would you leave it? There would be no reason.
yeah, exactly. I don't know. That's just an observation I had right now. I could be totally wrong.
Well, hopefully they'll come back. I don't know if they even listen to podcasts, but let's be honest,
Yeah.
they're not listening to this one. But someone they know
Who
might
is?
listen to this. And they'll bring it back.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Numbers.
I was checking to see if I could find any link to the Bonus Barrel Discord to see if I was crazy or not, but that's all right. How long ago was that? Oh, no, they just haven't updated their Facebook in a long time. That is not helpful. Okay. Numbers? What?
Numbers.
Is that where we are now?
We're at numbers now.
So we should summarize what we're talking about?
Yeah, do you want to do the summary? Or you want me to do the summary?
I was saying we should, as in you should, because I come from a customer support background at work, so whenever I say we should now click on this, it means you should now click on this. And I notice I do that with my kids, like, oh, we should brush our teeth now. We should go to the bathroom before we leave. that kind of stuff. We should put our shoes on.
I do that, and my kid calls me out on it. I said we should
Does
brush our
he?
teeth. Yeah, it's like it's time to brush our teeth, and then he like hands me my toothbrush, so I have to brush my teeth with him. I mean, it's not a bad thing, but
Yeah, that's all right. When they get older, you don't need to do that anymore. They understand. Anyway, this whole numbers thing we keep talking about is that we have a competition going on. Starting January 1st, Josh and I are seeing who can make the most profit on selling things. Doesn't have to be video game related, but it's essentially our video game budget that buys things and whatever the most profit made, not just things sold, but the actual profit made with your costs removed. And as of last month, our numbers were pretty close considering. I was at $425, we'll call it, on 9 sales. And Josh had 19 sales, and his total was $460 or $490?
$494.
$494. So he was ahead of me. I have a feeling with our update today that he's still going to be ahead of me because I definitely didn't do as good this month as I did the last month. What do you think?
Fair.
Fair.
I did better this month than last month.
Oh, God. And there's where the divide comes. Because I
remember,
did way worse.
So let's also not forget to bring up the fact that you're selling things, I think, for higher profits. Right? Because you
Probably
made
generally.
you made 9 sales. I made 10 more sales, but we're only $70 apart. Right?
Yeah, that was the first month, though. That was also me listing my best stuff first, or highest dollar amount stuff first. I didn't consider how much I paid for the stuff when I listed it, because I was just thinking, what's the most expensive things? I want to get them listed so that they hopefully sell.
Yeah.
And I've continued that since then, just basically selling the most expensive things I have. I have stacks of stuff I still need to list, but it's a matter of getting it listed. The exception to the rule is really those Game Boy Advanced and DS games that I saw recently. I'm just like, I forgot I had those. So I was talking to Josh about them and just saying, I listed them all because it was easy and they're easy to ship. That's one of the things that holds me back on listing is the shipping, figuring out what the shipping is going to cost, putting it in a box, weighing it, measuring it, all that crap. So those are all easy because they're just letter mail, as we call it here in Canada, because that's what Canada Post calls it. So they're a flat $5 shipping. So those things are listed, and in fact, some of them sold. So I sold 12 things this month.
Ooh.
But I didn't have the big over $100 sales I had last time. I think if I had removed those $200 sales last time, or let's say I dropped, over 100, they were $200 things. If I had dropped 100 off each of them, I probably would have, I would have been pretty much where I am this month.
Okay.
So those exceptions definitely did it. Which, of the big purchase I made recently.
I do. Yes.
Big investment.
Yes.
So I wish any of those had sold. Because the only ones I sold, I did sell to friends. Is that even in here? It's not in here. Why is that excluded from my list? So I have actually sold without getting paid and not giving one to you and another to Hodge. But neither of those is actually showing in my spreadsheet of sales.
Okay.
Am I maybe not searching far enough down my spreadsheet? So let me just check that. Maybe that'll change things. 4302. No one wants to hear this, but 4302. No, it's there. What the hell? Now there's a problem with my query. Or I typed the year wrong. No, it's not the year. Yes, I did the year wrong. I put them as 2020 sales. But again, I didn't charge you guys anything on top of what I paid anyway.
Yeah.
So my profit's zero.
But that's profits. But at least you're not losing money on it, right? So.
Yeah. Oh. There's another date I typed wrong. I have a habit of typing 2020
Well, I mean, you did it for
instead
a
of
whole year,
2021.
so.
Yeah, and it flows so well, right? 2020. It's just so easy
Yeah.
that I have been typing it wrong. So let's see how that changes the competition here. There are 3 more things in here. Doesn't change much. But it does put me from 12 sales to 15 sales, I think. Yeah. 15.
Okay, that's not bad.
Where is the drum? Yeah, those are there. Those were already there? No. Anyway.
So that was your big
So-
sale, right? Your the drum covers. Do you want to go?
Yeah, so Rock Band drum pad silencers. They're basically just like little rubber things you put on top of the drum pads or the drum on top of the drums where
Yeah.
you hit to make them quieter. And that was brand new, sealed in the package. That I think I paid. What did I put? I think it was $5 for them or something. Yeah, $5 at a Goodwill. But yeah, that was my biggest sale, and that was an $80 sale. I gotta go to the other tab because, of course, nothing can be easy. Yeah, $80 plus shipping, and the shipping pretty much worked out to be exactly what I charged the person for shipping because it was calculated shipping. So that was only $62 profit. That's my highest profit for the month. The next one was Ace Attorney Investigations Miles Edgeworth, which I didn't even realize had gone up in price. I knew it was like a $40 game, but apparently went up to be a $60 game, so that wasn't bad. Yeah, so anyway, you want me to just say my number? I know my total for this month.
Let me just to
Contrast.
make my life easier later and contrast.
Okay.
Yes, I will do my stuff, my stats first, and then we can do numbers at the end. When they're close together, so when I have to scrub a whole episode to find my numbers.
Or you can just write it down now and you won't need to scrub an episode.
That's not going to happen.
Or make a spreadsheet.
Also,
That's not going to happen.
All right, so I did better than last month. Last month I did 19 sales. This month I made, you ready for it?
No.
20 sales.
No.
It's okay. It's only one better.
You're only 4 behind my total sales.
I've done pretty well, I think. The standouts were I sold a Xbox One console that I found in the garbage, so that was nice. I invested $4 in a Titanfall 2 copy to put on top of it. They had them at Dollarama.
Yeah.
So just threw that in on top, so it had a game with it.
I have a copy of that here. You could have just...
I bought a bunch of them, so it's okay.
Are they selling for anything more than that?
No. They're selling for
Okay.
like $5, so
All right.
I literally just bought it so I could sell it with a game. So if someone wanted to buy
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
play
They have
it.
something to start out with. It makes sense.
Yeah, exactly. So that was a big sale, a $4 investment, and I sold it for $170. So
That wasn't the one that needed a power supply or something? You didn't need to fix anything on that? Or
that one I didn't need to fix anything. I have another Xbox One console
Okay.
that I need to sell, but that one doesn't have a power cord. I could go out and buy one of like the cheap third-party ones for like
Yeah.
$30 or $40. I'm just afraid. Not that they have any they don't have a bad track record, but if I can find
especially
an original power
brand
supply,
new. Yeah.
I would rather have an original one. I see them pop up once in a while on Facebook.
I was going to say, I'm pretty sure I've seen them pop up too.
I haven't seen one in a while,
Yeah.
so I've just been waiting. So once I find another one, I can get the other one listed. Now I got lucky with that sale though, because I only had one controller. I had 2 consoles, 1 power cord, and 1 controller. So I made one bundle, sold it. The guy said he was buying it because his other one broke, so he just needed a spare.
Okay.
He had the Xbox One S, and so he was just wanted something to play on. So
Hmm.
I said, "Oh, I'm like, if you're just buying this as a spare, you have all these parts. You don't need."
Yeah.
I was like, "Can I keep the power cord and I'll knock $20 off the price?" Because I had it one. I think I had it for one. I think I was selling it for 200, and then he offered. I think whatever what it was. We agreed on 190. He offered, I think.
I'm
So
surprised that high. That was
yeah,
the original one, or
the original
that was not?
500 gigabyte.
Wasn't an S? Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
And so I said, if you don't need the power supply, I'll just keep the power supply because then I could add it to the
Yeah.
other one and sell it. So he said sure. I gave him $20 back, and then I think an hour later he messaged me and said, "Oh, I'm an idiot. I have an S. It has a different power supply
Yeah.
than
Okay.
the one." So I was like, okay, that's fine. So he came back and I was like, "Do you want to just switch out? Like, if you don't need the controller, like I'll take the controller back for the power supply."
Yeah.
So he gave me the controller back, so I have a controller to put with the other bundle. I just
Good.
need a power supply.
Yeah.
That was good. I found what else did I sell here? I sold a PS3 console that I found in the garbage, so that was a $100 sale. And then the big seller here was a PS3 guitar with the dongle, Guitar Hero.
Yep.
Found that in the garbage and sold it for after fees was $170. So it's
So we should have excluded everything that was found in the garbage.
So we should also exclude investments.
Yeah. Right.
So it's been a good month, and that's not including like all the I want to say little sales, but like some $10 sales, a couple $5 sales here and there. I think there was one. Hold on, there's something I sold on eBay, and I made a profit of $1.47. So I mean, it's not like things are heating up here. Um, Even something else I sold, and I made a profit of $4 after fees.
Yeah.
So, I mean, not everything is. I had three over $100 sales, and the rest are smaller than that. So
Yeah. So that's what I'm missing is the big sales, and I was really hoping that investment was going to pay off in that exact way.
I think it will.
I don't know. I'm
I
worried
think it will.
still. That was a big investment.
It was.
So people know, I invested over $400 in copies of Disaster Report 4 for PS4 and Switch. 10 copies total. 2 of them are Switch, and they're all brand new sealed. And Josh and Hodge both each said they would like one for what I paid for it, which is the deal I offered them. The games are worth over double what I paid on eBay right now. But the problem is making those sales. Now, I have not opened those up to sale in the US yet, and maybe that would help.
Yeah.
I just don't know. It's hard to say. The Switch ones sell for significantly less money, but I also paid less for those
Yeah.
out of the whole bundle.
I still think it's a good deal. I probably would have done the deal as well.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a bad investment.
Yep, I always worried that it was until it isn't. Right up until it isn't. And even then, I still make myself worry sometimes. So.
Yeah. But that's, I mean,
yeah.
it is what it is. It's the same risk I take if I do my limited run, like buy 2, sell 1.
Yeah. But at least you're only buying an extra 1, not an extra 10.
Yeah, but you know yours are selling for more though, right? Like mine.
True, you're speculated on what the future price will be. Yeah.
Mine's a lot of speculation, and it's worked out great in some cases, but in other cases it hasn't. I've lost money on them, right? So, in the end, I probably broke about even, which I guess is the kind of the point. So.
Yeah. Yep.
Do you want to do
Yeah,
totals?
I should also get some of those listed on Facebook and Kijiji. That's the other thing I haven't done yet either. I need to get at least one on each. So
Yeah.
that
Just
would
get 'em
help.
up. Yeah.
Sorry, yes, what were you saying?
Do you want to do totals?
Might as well. We dragged it out long enough, didn't we?
I think so.
Total for the month, you're saying, right? Or total overall?
We'll just do total overall. I mean, if you really,
Okay.
do you want to do total for the month?
I don't care. I can
I
do
don't-
either one. I got a spreadsheet, dude.
I don't have to figure out how to calculate this.
Don't worry about it. We already know your month was better than mine.
Okay. Let's who went first last time?
I don't care.
I went first last time, so your turn to go first this time.
On the amount for the month or the total?
Total.
Okay, my total is 7/16/25.
7/16/25. It is respectable.
Nah, that's probably what you sold in a month.
Why do none of my pens work? This is annoying.
Because you got them from the garbage.
It's Laurier, so yeah. My total is $1,208. So
Terrible.
It
I
just
win!
Took off this month. So, but it's been, I want to say, it's been about a week. I haven't sold anything in about a week. I've been sitting. There was a while there where it was like every day at least, every other day something was selling. And then now it's just like it's died. I've checked all my prices on eBay. I'm still like the lowest of all of the comparable items that I have.
Interesting.
But they're just not being seen or being searched for. So it's just a bit of a gamble, I guess.
Yeah. Weird. That makes me wonder.
I mean, it's just probably just not.
What's eBay doing now?
It's probably just not popular, right? So.
Yeah.
I do have a few more things I need to list. Lockdown got lifted here, so I was able to go over to Good Time Games, which is just up the street from my house.
Yep.
Yeah, and get some games resurfaced, so I could get them up and listed. So, and I got some decently priced ones that I need to get up. One of them, even after being resurfaced, and they don't resurface there. They put like a filler, and they filler and polish.
Oh, okay.
So it's not like it doesn't grind anything. It just fills in the cracks.
I noticed when I go there that there's a lot of waxiness.
Yeah, it's a.
But I haven't been there since the old owner, so
yeah,
I didn't know if they changed it or not.
It's a different process than most resurfacing. So,
Well, I have a regular resurfacer. Could always try it if you have ones that aren't working. The only issue is I'm running out of the pads for it, and I need to buy more, and it's $100 for 10 of them.
Yeah,
and that's the best deal I can find.
Yeah, it's expensive.
I'm honestly tempted to buy 200 or 20 of them for $200 just to get them and not have to worry about finding stock later.
Yeah.
Because right now eBay's the only place I can buy them.
Really, eh? You think a machine like that would have supply?
You would think so, but I think part of the benefit to that is that they can set their own price if there's no good supply.
That's true, I guess.
Yeah. The manufacturer's website has the product, but I suspect the shipping will be absurd.
And they're probably based in the States too, right?
Yeah, no doubt. I'm sure that everything is always based in the damn States. We get hosed. Yeah, here's 10 of them for $108 Canadian plus shipping on top of that. It even says there's import fees on top of that.
Yikes.
So shipping is 15, import fees another 15. Yeah, I'm tempted to just do 200 or 20 of them for 200 and get it done with and never have to pay these fees again.
Yeah.
Because this seller has the same as 20 of them.
That's the same. Like I've had to do the investment for like my shipping envelopes, right? So.
Yeah, which I still need to look at that. I started to do it, but never finished.
Just pay it and get it over with.
Yeah.
What else was I gonna say? I forgot.
Well, I can't tell you.
Guess I'm out of luck.
Oh, geez, the importing fee's even higher on the double because it's based on the sale price.
Yeah, that's
Jeez,
unfortunate.
that's all I'm saving on is shipping, and shipping's still $2 more. So if anybody in the U.S. wants to just, get this and ship it to me.
I'm sure you could. We got enough people in the States who could help you out.
I know, but I wonder if paying shipping to them and then shipping to me is going to be cheaper than that.
You'd
I
probably
suspect it's going to end up being the same.
No, it would be cheap. I'm sure it would be cheaper if you're discounting the import fees.
But I bet you the importing fees are going to cost similar to what it's going to cost someone else to ship it to me.
It depends on what. Not that I want to. I'm not condoning anything illegal, but it depends on what you put down on as your declared value.
True. Yeah. Or gift.
Gift option. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Everything that I sell on eBay and buy a PayPal shipping label defaults to a gift option.
Does it?
Yeah.
Huh.
And it's never been an issue, and I've tried to change it, and then it gets complicated. So I'm just like, nope, I guess it's just going back to gift. It's either gift or commercial sample, right? There's no like sale option.
On
PayPal.
Yeah.
On the PayPal shipping label purchaser.
Commercial sample.
So I've done both. I've done gift and commercial sample. It doesn't really make a difference in my experience. So.
Weird. That sounds like eBay trying to game the system.
Yeah. So, but even like I've even had official companies do it. Like if I bought stuff from Limited Run Games, right? That would be like the equivalent to a couple $100 that there would normally be shipping fees on or import fees. And they have a declared value of like $5 per game. So by the time it comes, like if you're buying like say 5 things, it's only a $25 declared value. But they do things differently, I think, because they pay for all the import fees out of their own pocket.
Oh.
Worldwide, which is why their shipping charges are higher. But I've seen them on some social media sites saying, like, we ship worldwide. It's like we ship to Australia and it's expensive to ship there, so shipping's higher, and then import fees are higher. So I think they're putting the lower amounts on them to save themselves money as well. So it's not to say that because someone else did it, it's okay that I do it, but
yeah,
clearly the system's in place and people are using it. So
yep. But. Interesting.
Speaking of eBay stuff, this wasn't an official question that we got, but I commented on the Mighty Q Dog in the Q Dog House video, because he said that he was inspired by us in selling things. And in his reply to my comment, he said, I don't know how you guys can list stuff so fast, because he said his process takes 45 minutes for him to list something. So I was wondering if maybe we could give him a couple tips for like how to list stuff faster, if you want to run through your process and I run through my process.
I'm not going to lie. I can't see mine being much faster than that on average.
Really?
I wish it was 15 or 5 minutes, but it never ends up being. Like I told you last time we talked about that, I always have weird problems in the app. It seems like they've made some changes, and managed payments has also simplified it a little bit as well. But the last things I have listed, I did use the mobile app.
Okay.
Alone, just the mobile app. So, I mean, if I were to do that, the first thing I always do is set the product down and take the pictures.
Okay.
That's where I always start, so that they're on my phone and ready to go. Sometimes I'll research price first, but generally there's no real benefit to doing that. So I'll open up the eBay app. I'll open up my phone camera first and take the pictures, front, back, inside. If it's sealed, I'll take pictures all around it to show the angles because you can't show the inside. Try and show the seal. What else? If it's a disc, I'll show the bottom of the disc. If it's a cartridge, I'll show the pins, if possible. I mean, not all of them can be seen. I'm going to go to list an item now and just try and see. I really wish I was listing some of the crap I have to actually sell because I was like, oh, I'll just type Furby. I'm like, damn it, I still have a Furby in the list. So I'm going to just type Wii Sports and bring that up. So it has you select from a pre-made one, the closest you can get to the real thing that you're actually selling. The more data will already be filled in for you, which is good. Condition, and then we've got the title I'll add the photos first, the ones I took, and then I'll edit the title, typically adding complete or loose or brand new or sealed, whatever I can to make use of the space in the title I can as much as I can. Especially like Wii Sports just says Wii Sports Wii 2006. Well, I would add Nintendo in there.
Yeah.
And I would say whether it's complete or loose or whatever condition it could be, along with my photos. Then item specifics, I try and fill in as much as I can. Generally speaking, if it's a fairly common game, you're going to have all that stuff pre-filled by the one you selected before. Categories already filled in. Description, I always copy and paste my description and reuse as much as possible. The main thing I type in there is pictures are of the actual item you receive, and then I'll add anything below that related to the condition of the item if there's any actual damage. And usually if there is damage, I'll have taken a picture of that exact damage and say refer to picture number 3 or picture number 5 for the damage and describe it. Then there's pricing section. I always disable auction, and then buy it now is where I filled in. But the buy it now depends on what it's selling for. eBay tries to give you a recommendation if it's something that they know that's from their catalog. So for Wii Sports, for example, they put it at $19.17 here, but I just sold one.
It's selling for more than
and
that.
I sold it at $20. That was me taking an offer though.
Oh, okay.
So mine was listed, I think, at 25 or 30, maybe.
Yeah.
25. Anyway, so I took an offer on that. So this is maybe close to what it would actually sell for if you wanted to sell fast.
Yeah.
But you could list it higher than this, and most times I find I'm increasing this number that they recommend. So doing another search will be the what I do at this point to find out what the price should be. If I haven't done it already, taking into consideration condition and completeness and stuff like that. Also, any competition in the area, like you said, you try and be a little lower than anybody else.
Yeah. But trying not to like bottom out the market, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Like a penny or $1 less or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Then they have offers is enabled by default. I typically just tighten up that number for the minimum amount. So like say I'm listed it for $20. I don't let anyone offer anything less than 15 or 18, depending on what the other ones are selling for. No scheduled start. Preferences are already mostly set, but you require immediate payment is not enabled by default. Return policy is a no. And technically this is ready to list.
Yeah.
So taking the pictures is one big thing. Oh, no, sorry, delivery. I missed the delivery field. So you're filling in your shipping stuff. Generally, I'm doing only domestic, so in Canada, and I enable local pickup with no fees, which it doesn't allow in this app anyway, but it does on the web. You put in your package dimensions if it's going to be in a box. Otherwise, I would select letter mail, and then I could add a package option. But if you use letter mail and a flat rate price, you have to give a flat rate price for any parcel shipping as well.
Yeah.
Which is more difficult because the prices range in Canada. Because it's a big country with people spread out.
To some
So
very
anyway,
remote
once
areas.
If I was packaging it in a package and doing a real calculated shipping for each person, then I'm going to package it up either now or right after I did the photos, weigh it and measure it and get those numbers punched in here. What I typically do when I weigh it and measure it is I either on a sticky note on the box write what's in the box so I don't forget because I've sealed it or at least put a piece of tape over it, and then write the dimensions of the box and the weight
Yep.
on the sticky note or in the corner of the box, so that I don't need to look it up again later or remeasure it or whatever else.
I usually write it
yeah.
on the box, and usually where I'm going to put my shipping label, so I can put my shipping label over top of it,
Gotcha. Yeah.
and then it's not an issue.
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
not trying to hide it.
Yeah. I don't mind not hiding it because, well, I was before going to the post office and having them do the shipping label.
Yeah.
So them having the numbers easier to find was nice, and I always estimate a little higher on weight and size. Like if it's, let's say it's 12.2 inches, I'm going to say 12 and a half.
Yeah.
If it's 12.8, I'm going to say 3 or 13, because I don't want them to later say that I underestimated. So I'd rather overestimate by a fraction if possible.
Yeah.
Same with if it's like 242 grams, I'm going to say 245 or 250 because I don't want it to be over once I put tape on it or
Yeah.
a label
Yeah. Once you
or
add the
whatever else.
paper and tape, then yeah, it adds up a couple grams.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, a couple grams or so.
So I
Yeah.
have a very similar process. The one thing I will do is say I have a lot of a similar product that I'm going to list. Say I'm going to list all games that are in like DVD cases, like Wii, PS2, Xbox, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
I will just get a stack of them, and I will just sit there and just take pictures and click, 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 front, back, open it, take a picture, flip the disc, take a picture of the disc, and that's my picture. Like so, I'll have 3 to 4 pictures depending if it's sealed or not, and just run them through. So I'll have 50 pictures of everything that I need to list, and then generally they're all going to be going in the same kind of shipping package, right? So I'll have one package out and the disc or the game, the package, and I'll have my scale out. So if I can feel that it's going to be, if it's under 200 grams, I'll just generally ship it letter mail, especially if it's going to be under a threshold. You can set a threshold of, I don't know, whatever you're willing to lose. Is a good judgment. So I have anything like $30 and under is free shipping, because I'm willing to lose $30 if I have to on a sale, because one, I have very little into it, and the other sales I will have that will go through will make up the loss if it comes to that. I will then I will measure. I have like dimensions written down on a sticky note of if I'm sending a DVD, it's going to be like 24 by 17 by 3 centimeters. So I know that's what it's going to be. And then all I have to do is, if it's going to be over 200 grams, then I will measure it, because then you're going to be going into oversized mail. And then you got to then that's got to be tracked, right? Like it's going to have to go as expedited or whatever you want it to be. At least.
Oh, but there's oversized mail that can be up to 500 grams that still goes letter mail.
Oh, is there? Okay. See, every time I've done that, or I tried to, I've been told, oh, this has to be more. I forget the entire experience. You're probably
really
you're probably right. I'm probably just dumb.
Yeah, you shouldn't be told that. I just shipped Magna Carta 2 for Xbox 360, and I was worried it was going to weigh too much, but I looked up what the limit was, and it's 500 grams for the oversized.
Okay.
But still letter mail, and that I paid $5.02 for shipping.
Yeah, so
which I lost 2 cents more when you take the fees off.
More, yeah. Fractions.
Yep.
It's generally, once you have a system set up of I can list, so I can have a whole thing up and do 20 of them in, say, an hour. I could have 20 of them done, because they're all going, my shipping is either going to be free shipping, or the dimensions are going to be so close it'll be very quickly to add into the app, because it's just your sizes are the same. It's only your weight that's going to be different.
So I'm not doing dimensions on letter mail at all. I do flat $5 for every letter mail, but I probably shouldn't be.
The only thing that I would be doing, if I'm selling over my threshold of $30, if I'm selling something for $50,
I'm shipping that expedited and I want tracking on it.
Yeah, yeah.
And so,
But
and
I was not even doing like, let's say you're gonna do a game that's worth $20, and it's in a DVD case. You're gonna put it in an envelope, a padded envelope, and ship it letter mail.
yeah,
You're putting the dimensions of the letter mail
No.
envelope.
no, I'm not. Because it's going,
Okay.
it's because
Oh,
that's
but you're
going-
doing free shipping that
I'm doing
way.
free shipping. It doesn't matter because I know it's going to go letter mail.
But then when you do free shipping, you're actually increasing the price of it, or you're actually just going with whatever the market price is.
I'm going market price. I'm going to lose the shipping, which is going to be like the $3 that it's going to be on top. Or I can add that $3 to the purchase price and have free shipping.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Because I don't do the free shipping just because it bothers me to have them lumped together. And also, there was a long time ago I listened to an eBay seller on, I think, YouTube, and he pointed out that if you had a return where you had to refund the amount of the cost of it but not the shipping, which can happen if the person I'm not described, it might be if they change their mind but they're still protected, or there's some scenario where where they can get a refund but not have to pay shipping to send it, don't have to pay you back you don't have to pay them back the shipping. And that was the scenario that made me decide to always charge shipping.
okay.
And now I can't remember what it was.
I'm sure it will happen at some point, and I'll get burned on it, but I haven't been burned on it yet. So that's what
Yeah,
I'm.
and you already set your threshold as well, which helps with that.
Yeah. So, like I said, if it's over the $30 or over $30 that I don't want to lose, if it's under 30, yes, I am taking a risk, but again, I've made enough money off of other sales that I can afford to eat it here and there.
Yeah,
if I have to.
I totally could too. At this point, technically, I've made enough money off everything that I could donate all this to charity.
Oh, of course.
and
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
still in the green.
Yeah.
But
I'm literally just playing the odds that it will be fine.
yeah.
And I've had good luck. I mean, I don't have Bill's bad luck, so it hasn't been an issue. So that's how I've been doing it. And I will generally clump together similar shaped items and list, especially DVD stuff or CD stuff. I can get that listed very quickly and just mass push stuff out. Things that I'm selling, bigger items. Yeah, same thing. I'm packaging the pictures, package, write what I need to on the package, dimensions, weight, and on the package, so I don't have to relook it up in the future. And I also write on it what it is, because
Yeah, once it's sealed, you're not getting
I'm not
back in
opening that
there
up
to
again.
check it. Yeah. Yep. That's what I've been doing as well, writing what the game or object is as well.
Yeah.
That's on all my boxes in the closet. I just put a sticky note on, and I usually tape the sticky note onto one piece of tape that holds the box closed,
okay,
so I can remove it. And either I've been adding my my thank you note that I put in
Okay.
each package as well.
yeah,
Because I didn't put that in all of them, but now I forget which ones it's in, so I might put in 2 of them in. Yeah.
so yeah, and then like in terms of descriptions, unless there's something like glaringly wrong with it, like the app will pre-fill a description for you based on like your title and your item condition and stuff like that. So if there's surface scratches, they'll just put like light surface scratches on disc. If there's a crack in the case, or if there's I don't know, the case has been dented or something like that, then I'll just quickly add the case has been dented. Like look at pictures for reference or whatever. So yeah, it doesn't take long. The things that take longer, like I said, like a console or gun cons or something like that take longer to ship or to package up. Those you kind of do at a one-by-one basis. But even then, it doesn't take as long. I spend more time looking for a box than I do packaging the thing up. So guitars are a hassle to ship, but I think that's one of the things I've gotten good at over the years is getting those things packaged up and shipped out. I can get one packaged up in about 20 minutes.
Yeah, I need you to do a video of that for me. I've asked you like 3 times what you do, and I'm like, how is it? I can't even know. I can't. No, I can't believe it's that easy.
It's super easy. Yeah, 20 minutes, and then once it's listed, I don't know, another, 5 minutes to list it, and it's done. So under half an hour per guitar. It takes that's the longest it takes me to do anything. So
I have way too many guitars in this house.
you don't even want to know how many I have. Like I said, I've run out of boxes that I can put them in, so that's my challenge right now. So, but get there. I keep
So
my
I
eye out
shouldn't
the
give you
garbage.
boxes just so you can't sell them.
I know you're gonna get vengeful here in a minute.
I'm already vengeful.
I keep watching
You're
the
already
garbage, but
over 300 ahead of me.
keep watching the garbage, but nothing good. Everything's trash, literally. So one day
Yeah,
I'll
not
catch
good
up.
trash. Well, I'll go through my boxes. Like I said, I just got more today, so
Oh yeah, it's all good when you can.
yeah.
It's not the end of the world.
And then you can pay me for that game.
Also,
make
I
no
mean, I
profit
could pay
on.
you now. It's not. There's no reason
I
couldn't.
did find a game recently that I still don't physically have.
Oh.
That's a good game. So I heard about this one through Nintendo Hodge. He had picked it up.
Okay.
Veggie World for Wii
Never heard of it.
sells for $123 complete,
Yeah. Wow.
and I just got it for $5.
Oh. See, there
Yeah.
you go.
Yeah, but I need to get it because it's at my sister's house. I said, "Hey, do you mind picking this up for me? I already paid the person. Just pick it up off their porch." She's like, "Sure."
Nice.
So it's at her house, and she lives an hour away from here.
Tell her to mail it to you.
I was going to, but I'm like, but then I want to put insurance on it.
I mean,
I
if
don't
you
want-
lose
I don't
it,
want to
you've
get
only
lost
lost
letter mail.
$5.
Well, she also has a Wii Sports Resort she wants me to resurface that's her own. So I'm like, well, you could ship 2 of them to me. That's more worth it, but then it's going to be a box,
Yeah.
and then it's going to be...
More shipping.
Yeah, it's almost worth it to put two letter mails. But she also doesn't have the padded envelopes like I just have sitting here.
Yeah. So mail
there's
her
that, too.
envelopes.
Yeah, I would rather drive there and just do more stuff. Like, here, Mom, here's your broken computer I fixed. Here's Grandma, here's your laptop I fixed. Because I got all this crap that I haven't seen these people in forever, right?
Sounds like a good afternoon activity.
Yeah, it'll happen sometime.
Should we get to some Q&A here?
Probably should.
We're at 2 hours, so we should probably
Just shut her down, right?
shut it down. Well, I figured if we got half an hour, that's our 2.5 hour limit. Not that we have a limit. But...
There's a limit? I thought 4 hours was our limit.
Did I know if I said this last episode, but like, if we do a monthly podcast at 2.5 hours versus a weekly 1 hour podcast, we actually are less content than a weekly podcast.
Good. Perfect.
So I don't know why.
Unless you're you or Frantic who really want lots of stuff to listen to.
Exactly. But
Yeah.
I'm just for people complaining about the length of the podcast, which I'm sure we have.
No
a couple
one
questions
would
here.
do that. Nobody would do that. That's just rude. No one would actually do that. So let's get to our questions.
All right, first question is from Josh, Frantic Society. Frantic Josh. Boneless or bone-in hot wings and favorite sauce?
Yeah, so I don't like hot wings. Hot stuff just does not sit well with my mouth or with my stomach. But I used to always do bone-in wings.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like honey garlic wings. I used to have a thing when I actually went out and did stuff before I was married and had children, that I would like to try the honey garlic wings from every place I went to.
Okay.
And then I'd have a mental ranking of what place was the best, right?
I used to do that with nachos.
Did you?
Yeah.
That's cool. I like it. But I haven't been eating wings anywhere lately because the last I don't know, last time I went out with my wife and friends, my wife and I both felt sick from wings. Like immediately run to the bathroom.
Oh wow.
And
yeah.
yeah, like really bad mess. And that was Wild Wing,
Oh.
which they rushed their wings out, I believe,
do.
but it was bad news. But that's one of the last times I've ever gone out with friends and had wings. But we've been ordering wings with the kids, and as a result, got boneless because they were having a hard time, or we never even tried having them eat bone wings when they were young. So boneless wings, I've actually been enjoying the convenience of such a thing. So that's what we did. We did that from Wings Up in town here a couple times now. One time we even got like 3 different flavors of wings and some wedges, and we went to the park and ate.
That's the way to do it, man.
It was great. Wife and kids.
Have you had?
We did that. Yeah, we did that once.
Have you had wings from Morty's Pub?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Those are the best wings.
Yeah, they are. We had a bad customer service experience there one time.
Yeah. Well, it's a pub.
Like
so.
we were there for 2 hours and the lady didn't come over, and we didn't get our food. She didn't come ask what's going on or if we need anything. She didn't deliver drinks for anybody. It was really bad. But that's just one thing that ruined our experience there.
Yeah.
Right? That was Morty's. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I really liked Molly Bloom's wings for a while there.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
do like.
Oh, go ahead.
I do like trying lots of different kinds of wings as well. Wings Up was good for that because they had a lot of flavors, but
yeah, fair
sucks that they don't cook their wings very good. In my experience. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm a bone-in wing guy. I've had the boneless wings. It kind of tastes like I'm eating like chicken nuggets.
What's wrong with that?
I mean, I want a wing. I want a wing.
Yeah, I do still like wings, especially wings with some crispy skin or some breading on them.
Yeah. Those are
But
nice.
Boneless convenience is good.
Yeah.
I do wonder about cost though. Like, is it really worth boneless, or are you getting enough meat to justify
I mean, you have
having
to
a
weigh
bone?
out like your grams.
I know,
and
and
how much
I
you're
haven't-
wasting
I
on
haven't done
bones. And, who knows.
Yeah.
Sauce on wings. If I had to go sauce, my favorite is like a good dry rub on wings. I'm more of a dry rub guy. But if I had to go sauce, I love any kind of good like a mesquite sauce, or if there's like a bourbon barbecue or a whiskey barbecue sauce. Those are usually my favorites to go for. I don't really do spicy wings. Again, I've had a couple of bad experiences with bad wings, or spicy wings, so
Yeah.
I find a lot of spicy stuff just like really vinegary, and I don't find that.
Yeah, that's a certain kind of spice. Like some people do that.
Yeah.
You mentioning the dry rub reminded me that I had a list of all the wings that I tried at Wild Wing and which ones I liked best. I found it now.
What's the best one? Number 1.
Damn it. You put me on the spot. Texas honey.
Texas honey. I guess
Yeah.
Fits with your theme of honey garlic.
Yeah, there was also sweet smoke, which was like a sweet and a smoky. It's like I forget what the ingredients were. They had like usually 2 sauces that went into these.
Okay.
Now I forget what there was. There's also Smoky Mountain was good. Oh no, it said not very good. Never mind.
Oh.
And then Brown Eyed Girl was good. And Honey Buns was good. Those are all the ones I have written down that I had actually tried and grouped. Yeah. And then the ketchup was good but needs more flavor. They had like a ketchup chip like one.
Yeah.
They also had a salt and vinegar one, but I never ended up trying it. Mustang Sally, I never ended up trying. Yeah,
Wings Up.
I know I had tried more than this, but never wrote them down. Smoked Thai was good as well. And I do like their, or did like their, what the hell was it? One of the dry rubs. I don't remember anymore.
Yeah.
It's gone. I had it in my head for a second. It's gone.
There's some good.
I can't remember.
There's some.
It's been like over 5 years since I've been there.
Yeah. I mean, this past year feels like 5 years. Even just like a good like salt and pepper wings, they're pretty dang good. Kelsey's has salt and pepper wings, and they're pretty good.
Oh, Kelsey's has decent wings too.
So, anyways, that was 5 minutes on wings. Uh,
I want to talk more on wings now.
Wings are
Now you
good.
got me wanting wings.
Wings are
We
good.
actually got an air fryer, and we've been making our own wings.
Oh,
and
I need
enjoying
an air
that.
fryer. That's one thing I need to
Yeah,
get.
you do. They are. It is great. I kind of wish I had a second one or a bigger one.
Just for you.
No, just in general, because I always find that with the kids and we're making multiple batches of stuff.
Oh yeah. Go big or
Yeah.
go home. For lunches sometimes I'll go to Zares, which is like for our international listeners. Zares is like our local like supermarket type thing. They have like hot food that you can get there for lunch, like
Yep.
wedges and stuff. And
Yeah, their wedges are good. Wings are decent.
they have the wings. They have 16 wings for $10, special generally. So if I'm feeling really hungry, then I'll go there. Sometimes, not every day, obviously. And then you can just get
I
a
was trying to
sorted,
check-
right? So there's like barbecue and original and sweet chili Thai, honey garlic, a whole bunch of wings. Anyways, it's good.
Yeah.
And then if you go to Costco, by the way, you can get a whole like 10 wings for like $6, I think it is.
Are they any good?
They're pretty good.
Okay. Because when you said Zares wings, sometimes they're soggy there.
Yeah, if you go
The
at
breaded
lunchtime, they
ones?
just make them though. If you go later in the day, but if you go right at lunch,
Gotcha.
they're usually just bringing
Yeah, I
them.
don't think I've ever been there at lunch.
Yeah.
Or no, I have. I remember my last job, we did go there a couple times. Me and coworkers.
So, but yeah, the Costco ones are pretty good too. All right, next question.
Yeah.
Top Spot 123. Hi, Top Spot. How are you? As buyers and sellers, do you see any long-term effects on original release game prices when those games are re-released digitally, remastered, or remade? If value fluctuations occur, what is your overall feeling concerning this practice? So, first part, are original games prices affected by re-releases? Or do
I thought he was saying first part was I thought the price going up. Long-term effect on original release game prices.
You're just asking about effect
Oh, okay,
in general,
okay.
not either up or down.
Okay, got it. For a second, I thought he was talking about the new game prices, how games were going to be going up in price, et cetera, et cetera. But I got you. So for some reason, it seems like I've seen remastered games. The original gets more expensive, more popular,
It can,
like
yeah.
Ratchet and Clank, Spyro. Yeah, Crash Bandicoot. I saw those all going up in price when the remasters were announced. I don't know about after release or not, though.
Yeah.
Because I can see people selling off their old ones if they got the new one. I'm not positive about that part, but I've definitely seen the remaster announcement cause the prices to go up on the old ones.
Yeah. In some cases, I have seen. I have seen in a couple. I can't really think of one right now, which doesn't look good for my argument. But I have seen a couple where the re-release comes out and then the original price does go down, even for a little while there's like a hype, where it depends on how old the game is too, right? If it's, say,
Yeah. Well, like Tony Hawk 1 and 2, I can see that didn't probably really affect the old ones much.
yeah, probably not, because those games were cheap to begin with, right?
Yeah.
Same with like the new Mass Effect game that just got the new Legendary Edition, whatever, that's just been announced for PS4. It's got the trilogy on it. Like the original Mass Effect games were $5 each anyway, so it's not really gonna make a difference. They're gonna stay about the same until people.
And there's so many of them out there as well.
And and because it's so recent, right? It's only Xbox 360 and PS3. It's only 2 generations ago. I don't. If it's an older game, say like NES, Super Nintendo, PS1, even, sometimes those experiences are tied a lot to nostalgia, or they're tied to the hardware experience that you get with that system.
Yeah.
So
Especially the cartridge based, I think.
yeah, because if you re-release it, it's going to be a little bit different. The example I always give is the DuckTales remaster.
Like there's the NES version, and then there's the one that came out, the remastered version. They're both good. The re-release came out, or the remaster came out, and it didn't affect the original price at all. It stayed about the same. So, because there's always people who want to play the original. Like the new one is still a little bit different, right? So it's not that original feel. And the game's different too. It's the mechanics. Like not all the shortcuts are there, not all the glitches are there.
I haven't played either of them, so
the new one is really good.
I do have the remaster. I keep meaning to play it, and then I sold a copy and thought, oh, I don't have it anymore. Then I realized about a month ago that I do have it still.
I won't tell you my
on
mistake.
PS3.
Anyways, DuckTales is good. My son loved it. That was like the first game that he got really into. He just wanted to watch me play it over and over and over. So your kids would love it too. It's an easy beat. You can beat it in like 2 hours, I think. So nice and short. Yeah. I guess that doesn't really answer Top Spot's question, but
no, I almost think we're not qualified to answer his question fully. There's too many variables, and each game is different.
Yeah.
Yeah, I re-released digitally as well is another part. I can't even think of examples.
Well, the one that recently got announced was Stubbs the Zombie that just got re-announced for re-release on Switch. I don't know if it's coming to other platforms yet or not. It'll be interesting to see what that does, because that's actually an expensive game that I know of considering
for Xbox, yeah.
For Xbox, exactly. It'll be interesting to see what that does to the price. So I would say Top Spot, keep an eye on that one to get kind of an idea of what's going to happen to the price. Because the thing is, that game's going to come out at full price, right? Like that's going to be like a $50, $60 release, I'm sure.
Not like a budget title.
I don't think it's going to be a budget title.
So I see March 16th, PC, PS4, Switch, Xbox One.
For Stubbs? Okay.
Yeah, for Stubbs.
So I could see, in that case, I could see the original even keeping its value because it is the original experience. And I think it's got a licensed soundtrack.
Oh, maybe.
So depending on if they can get all the licenses,
they change that,
if they change the soundtrack, it could be people want the original soundtrack. So, anyways, it'll be interesting to watch how that progresses.
And if that game's on backward compatibility is another thing. If it's a backward compatible game that it'll play on Xbox One X and Xbox Series, let's say, then that might actually keep the value up on the original one.
Yeah.
Because there's more people who could actually buy it and replay it.
Yeah. So, okay. If value fluctuations occur, what's your overall feeling concerning the practice? I think we kind of answered that.
I think so. If not, we don't know.
We're not experts. We're just two schmucks.
With mics.
We're not. Yeah. We're not special. I don't mean to say that as a twist. I was going to say we're not special.
It's in the title.
No. Okay, Mighty Q Dog at Mighty Q Dog says, "What have you found to be the most reliable used disc-based system?"
Yeah.
Console, and then also
least reliable.
So most reliable and least reliable.
I don't know. So I know PS2 controllers are super picky.
Yes.
The buttons just stop working. I suspect that probably also affects PS1 controllers, but I don't use PS1 controllers for pretty much anything since PS2 plays PS1s and some PS3s play PS1 games. So I don't know about PS1, but PS3 controllers specifically, I would say are not very reliable. The consoles themselves seem decent, but I don't know whether the Slim is better than the Fat. I've heard of issues with the Slim, with the ribbon cable rubbing against discs, getting loose, and rubbing on the disc and wrecking your discs. My brother-in-law had that issue. And then the Fats, we both had consoles, the Slim ones, stop reading discs because the laser got off, but that was adjustable and fixable. It still counts as unreliable, but GameCube seems just as bad for that, maybe even worse, because the laser's already sensitive to that type of issue. GameCube also has a really big issue with the eject and power buttons getting stuck.
Yeah.
I don't know if you consider that a reliability problem, but it makes it hard to use it, so I could see it.
I find it interesting you say GameCube because of all the systems, just from my experience that I've like pulled out of garbages and
Yep.
and the thrift stores, I have yet to have a GameCube that, unless I can visibly look at it and see like that's broken,
Yeah.
I have had every GameCube work. I have not had a GameCube not work.
I've probably only had 3 GameCubes total.
So I've had more PS2s not work. And more
Gotcha.
Xbox, like original Xbox. I mean, we were going by that generation.
That's true. Original Xbox has its other issues. I never even thought of original Xbox because I think of it totally differently because I mod them.
Yeah.
So to me, it does matter for. So I've had well over 30 original Xboxes. Hell, I have more than 15 in my garage right now, and on them there's so many issues, and because I'm familiar with them, it seems like there are more issues to me. Maybe, I don't know. But there is the capacitor leaking issue, which is very common unless you get a new one. There's the hard drive failure, which will kill the entire console because they're matched together and you can't just, well, there are ways around it, but it's not easy. I've tried. And then there's the disk drive not reading issues, which is relatively common. I wouldn't think it'd be as bad as the other consoles, but I don't know for sure. And then there's also the eject issue on them as well, which is very common.
Yeah.
Where you hit the eject button, it doesn't eject, but if you tap the top of the console as it's trying to eject, it'll come out, and that's just a dirty belt or
Yeah, and that's
dirty
easy enough to clean.
gears. Yeah. And then there's the power button issue, which is associated with the capacitor leak issue, but no one seems to realize. If you plug the console in and it powers on right away, capacitor leak.
Oh.
If you plug the console in and you hit eject and if you hit power and it won't power on, but you hit eject and it does, that's capacitor leak.
Okay.
And those are usually bad traces on the motherboard that have been eaten away by the acid in the capacitor.
Oh, interesting.
And those are usually fixable, but not by the average person. You got to trace the wires and resolder them, which I've done a couple times, about 3 or 4 of those.
That sounds like a pain.
Yeah, it does. So if you're buying an original Xbox, try to get a new version of it, the newest revisions. But those aren't even fun to look up because you got to get a decoder site that tells you what it is. Usually, you just go by the year is the easiest way.
Yeah.
But
As far as
what are
like
disc-based consoles?
I don't know. I don't have enough.
Dreamcast?
I don't have enough experience with Dreamcast to see how reliable they are. Those things
So
always
I've
sound like they're
definitely-
broken though to begin with.
I've always heard the Dreamcast has disc read errors where it just won't read the disc anymore, and that the laser's serviceable. You can get a new laser for it.
Yeah.
I've never done it myself, but I've also heard that using burned discs on the Dreamcast can cause it to burn out the laser faster. I don't know if that's true or not, but there is a different type of disc that you use when they're burned versus a retail disc because they were copy protected,
Yeah.
the retail discs, and it was a different disc type. But then there is, I couldn't tell you anything about TurboGrafx or PC Engine because I've never even seen one disc-based one. Same with Sega CD. I've never had one. I had a friend had one as a kid.
Yeah, I've seen them. I only know of 2 people that have one personally. I see quite a few of them for sale, but I always hear the common question about everyone, even at conventions. Everyone's like, "Does it work? Does it work? Does it work?" Because I think the Sega CDs are pretty picky.
I've got the same impression. Then I don't know whether the CD add-on for the Genesis. You remember that there's 2 different types of Sega CD, right?
Yeah, there's one the Model 1 and then the side one.
Yeah, and I don't know which one would be less reliable as
no
well.
idea.
I mean, it's probably a crapshoot because sometimes they improve technology as it goes on to the next generation. Sometimes they make it cheaper. So it really depends on which way they went.
I will say, I mean, if we want to go through every disc-based system, I don't think we have enough knowledge on all of them. As far as least reliable, yeah, I would probably either go PS2 or Xbox originals.
Do you think they're least reliable because the number of ones you get, a high number are fails?
Yes.
Failed in some way?
Yeah. And
But which PS2? Fat or
Slim.
Slim? Okay.
The Slim,
I was
the Slim
curious.
is more annoying because you think it should work because you can put a disc in it. The Fat is
Yeah.
like you click it and the disc drive doesn't open, and you're like, oh.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't really know, to be honest. I do want to give not a shout out, but like a props to the Xbox One console though, because like I said, I've pulled two of those things out of the garbage, and one of them was like, I want to say almost soaked, like not like water dripping out of it, but it was wet, clearly. The other one
Yeah.
had dirt like all in through it that I opened the console and got all the dirt out of it. And both of them worked just fine. Like those are the ones I'm selling.
Yeah.
So like very surprised that the durability of those things.
What about original Xbox 360, the white one?
Garbage. Absolute garbage.
Red Ring of Death.
Might have had
That could be least reliable
Yeah, that's true.
because every time you have one, it will fail.
Yeah. At
Right?
some
Like
point
they,
you
they
know
seem
it
like they'll
will fail.
always fail.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we seems decent, but optical laser failure is the biggest common problem I see for Wii's.
I've had
The
see, that's
laser
another
just
one. I've
stops
had
reading.
more Wii's work than not work.
For sure, I agree. But of the failures that it's going to have, that's probably what's going to fail.
Yeah. Yeah, possibly.
Like even the power supply doesn't seem to fail that commonly
No.
at all.
I've
And
even
Wii
had
U-
I've had a Wii not work. I've got a Wii for free because someone said it didn't work. But the issue is you just unplug it for 10 minutes and then plug it back in.
Yeah, we talked about that like 2 years ago or more.
And then it just worked again. So someone just got rid of a Wii because it's decided not to turn on anymore, and it's probably just like I don't know, storing power wrong, or I don't know.
Yeah, that sounds so familiar. Me and you had talked about that, I think, or I had one the same. I can't remember.
Yeah. My mother and father-in-law had a Wii,
Jeez.
and they're just like, it doesn't work anymore. Can you fix it? And it was the literal like, did you unplug it and then plug it back in? And it worked. They just had to unplug it for longer, like let the power supply rest or something like that. I don't know. Let it
Drain, probably,
completely,
yeah.
So, yeah, I hope.
And that could just be a bad power supply that's just barely providing enough power. That could cause something weird like
Yeah,
that.
potentially.
Or a lightning strike.
Yeah, I got a
where
surge.
you have a brownout,
maybe?
you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah. Or your power goes to brownout where your power is being delivered to your house but not enough power.
Yeah,
And that can put the power supply in a weird state. Yeah.
potentially. Anyways, interesting. Hopefully that answered your question, Eric.
Yeah.
Next question. We gotta hurry this up here a little bit. Not that I don't want
You don't
to
want to hit 4 hours?
answer every question. All right, this is from Ramble Record Repeat. Also, thank you for the shout out,
Which is
Ramble
probably
Record
Fraser.
Repeat. From Fraser, yeah. But well, Fraser and Chris, they're both talking about us on their podcast. And,
Yeah, I just mean Fraser's probably the one who wrote the
Oh,
tweet.
yeah,
That's
for
all.
sure.
Because he used that account as his only.
yeah, I miss PPG, man. If you
Yeah.
could have any superpower for a day, what would it be, and what would you do? Having a power that
Having a
makes your
power.
power stay forever doesn't count. Go ahead.
You're making me choose right away. I don't know.
I can go first if you want.
Yeah, I always find that this is funny because when people answer this question, you usually get an insight into what kind of person they
Yeah.
are. A lot of people go with like flying or super strength, and they're like, you picture that as the type of person who wants to help people.
Yeah.
And then you get the people who are creepy and weird,
Yeah.
and they're like, I want to be invisible.
Yep.
Yeah. And that's the kind of answers I expect to get from this kind of question. Yeah, I don't know. I always think that I would have a whole lot better time if I simply had a math processor in my brain.
Okay.
Just let me do math immediately, fast,
But it's just for
and
a
that
day,
would
though.
offload.
Just for a day.
I don't
Okay.
care. Yeah, it would make my day a hell of a lot easier.
Okay.
There's often times where I think that would be very nice. I don't know if that's the superpower I'd choose, but it's just what I'm going with
Very
right now.
handy.
Let's just say it. Yeah.
I've had this conversation quite often, most often in workplace environments where I'm very bored with my coworkers. But I've always come to the decision that I would love to be able to freeze time, like have everything stop around me, but I could continue to move through time.
Okay.
So it wouldn't, like, the day would continue to move, like that. I think that there's always got to be a downside to every superpower, right? There's always like, it's good but it's bad.
Doesn't have to be.
That's always how I see it. So like, I say I freeze time, but I just want like everything to stop around me. Time continues to move forward, but everything stops. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Like people stops, cars stop, birds stop.
Yeah. I was. What's that superhero show with the girl who touched her fingers together and froze time? I can't remember if she could control. It was. I forget what it's called. Damn it! Now it's gonna bother me. And I was really hoping it was a Canadian thing and you remember it, but I don't remember now. Doesn't matter. Would you be able to control time of specific things, or is it just everything around you in a certain radius?
I don't know. And that's I guess also part of the what am I trying to say? The dilemma of everything, right? Like if I freeze time, does the whole world freeze? Does the whole, like, what freezes? Is it just around me or not around me? Are people aware when I've frozen time, or are they just frozen and then they just wake up and it's 5 minutes later and they're just like, oh, what happened to time? Time flies. I don't know. Like, they're just teleported into the future. So I don't really know. It'd be interesting.
I think the TV show I'm thinking of is called Out of This World, by the way.
Okay. I don't think I've ever heard of it. So, but I'm not your typical Canadian anyway.
No, you're more African than you are
I'm a little
Canadian.
weird. Yeah. That's my answer.
Okay,
Always want to freeze
you're
time.
allowed to answer that.
Then I can rob banks. All right.
That's your reason.
Hey, you want to see
Or be
inside my
creepy.
psyche?
Yeah, or you can be creepy.
All right. I could be creepy. It's in my name, right?
Yep.
All right. Next couple questions here. There's only two more, I think. Ramvox, what's your opinion on podcasts that don't consider international time differences and post messages while their listeners are asleep?
Those people just need to be on Twitter more
Oh, yeah.
because they missed the original post.
I did answer this on Twitter, but I did give plenty
Yeah.
of notice, I think. I came up with this idea last night when I was in bed. I was like, oh, I should ask for a Q&A. Obviously, wasn't going to turn on my phone in the middle of the night to write it down. But I did it this morning when I thought about it at work, which is about 12 hours. Well, it's actually more now. It's over 12 hours by the time we're actually getting to the questions. And
Ramvox has a follow-up question,
Yes.
or secondary question.
oh, go ahead. You can read it.
Okay. How long do you think you'll keep reselling? Is this lifestyle, or is there an end goal? What would make you stop?
All right, we do them one by one, I guess.
Yeah, sure. How long do you think you keep reselling?
Actually, I might answer this one and the next one at the same time. I don't think I will stop, to be honest. I came into the hobby to collect video games, and then along the way realized that I like selling video games almost as much as I enjoy collecting video games.
Yeah. It was similar for me. Like I've talked about several times, I started buying and selling paintball gear and fixing paintball gear in order to pay for my own paintball gear. And that was before video games by like 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
And then when I started doing the video game thing, it was just kind of automatic that I'd be like, well, I want that game, but it's in a lot, and I might as well buy the whole lot and sell the extra stuff because the price is good. Or I could pay for this game, by selling all the other stuff because the price is good or it's got more value than the person knows or whatever it is. I've actually considered recently just getting rid of everything in terms of the stuff I have to sell.
Mhm.
Keep my games, not get rid of my games and my consoles, but get rid of the stuff that I want to sell because it's taking up room and taking up time.
Yeah.
I've thought about that a few times and actually was on my mind again today because my wife had to take that box of bubble wrap out of the trunk of her car. I meant to do it last night, but then the kids didn't go to bed early, and the bother of her having to take it out of her own car to go use the car, I was like, oh man, now I feel bad that I'm buying and selling games and need this bubble wrap. And then the boxes on my porch from my friend added to that too, because they were also on the porch while she's carrying the stuff in, and I have the security camera showing on the front door, and I see a picture of her that was emailed to me of her carrying the stuff. I'm like, now I feel bad. I need to stop selling stuff.
Yeah.
Not that I'm actually going to, but
No.
it made me think about it.
I think I've always, that's always the goal, right? Is to sell everything, but then you always get more stuff to replace the stuff that you sold. So, I
Yeah.
mean, my hallway I've got like 3 or 4 Rubbermaids full of stuff that I'm just selling.
Yeah.
Just because I can. Like, so.
I definitely have more than that.
So I don't. It's just I find it fun. I find it's a nice distraction from like doing other things. It's not something that I do every day. I don't. If I feel like playing a game, then I'll play a game, or watching a movie, I'll watch a movie. But
But are you hunting every day?
it's not. No, not every day. I'm hunting in the fact that I'm at work, and if I see something, then
Yeah.
I grab it. But
So what about on your phone though?
what do you mean?
Are you checking Kijiji Facebook?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I look at Facebook every day, but it's not like all the time. It's like, well, I'm going to the bathroom, so I'll have a look.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for something to happen, so I'm on my phone. Or I'm waiting for someone to come and buy something. I gotta wait 5 minutes. I'll, look on my phone quick for something.
Yeah.
It's not like I'm constantly on my phone looking for stuff.
Yeah.
So
I know I am on my phone too much sometimes looking at ads because I have 3 separate ways that I'm looking at the ads basically. So I have my RSS feed reader that's searching Kijiji for me. Then I have Kijiji has its own alerts built in now too.
okay.
And then I also recently installed an app which I should probably actually tell you about. Or I shouldn't, but depends on the competition. It's called Ad Alerts. And it's an app that will search Kijiji and Facebook and eBay and what else was there? Craigslist for you and notify you when there are ads that match your search. And it has some built-in filtering and cool stuff in it.
Oh, cool.
It's a decent app. It seems like it's still being developed, so it's not done or not great yet, but it's pretty good. The biggest issue I have with it is getting results that don't apply to what I searched for. But anyway, so that's another thing I'm checking and getting notifications for on my phone every day.
Yeah.
So that's 2 already. Plus the Kijiji app has its notifications as well. So that's the third of my saved searches on there. And then I have just Facebook Marketplace, just checking Marketplace manually to see what's there and what Facebook things I should be looking at. And I do that several times a day as well.
Yeah.
So, but my wife's also doing that, so it's not like I feel bad doing that because we're both always looking for deals. But she's not looking for video game stuff; she's looking for household stuff
yeah.
and kids stuff. But still, we're both looking at Marketplace multiple times a day.
Yeah.
And then I have all those other apps letting me know what else there is. So. Yeah, sometimes I feel like I'm taking up too much time doing it, but at the same time, I find one deal in a day and I'll be like, worth it.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I mean, I don't mind, as long as everything in moderation, of course, right? Like, if you find it's taking away time from hanging out with kids or doing your things you have responsibilities, then do those.
Mhm.
But yeah, I don't know. So I guess it is kind of a lifestyle, as Richard's saying. There is this a lifestyle. Yeah, kind of, in a way.
Mhm.
In as much as collecting video games has become a lifestyle, so has reselling. In my case,
Yeah, or even playing them.
even
Like
playing, yeah. Although
yeah,
I'll be honest, I collect more than I play. But
me
I
too.
think that's true of
I sell more than I play.
yeah,
I collect more than I play. I look for more than I
yeah.
play.
I like anything kind of, I don't know, nerdy, pop culture-y, that kind of stuff. Although even with like finding stuff in the garbage, like I've even learned to expand like my selling inventory. I'm not only selling game stuff. If I see something else that could be cool to sell,
Yeah,
I'll just kind of grab it and look it up quick and say, "Oh, that's worth $50." I'll bring that
yeah.
home. So,
Call that Chris Roberts special,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. And what would make you stop? I honestly don't know what would. It would take like my wife threatening to divorce me.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Or having less spare time, maybe. I don't know.
yeah, if it was taking
If I had less spare time, it might be something that gets sacrificed.
yeah. Yeah. Like it's not something like I said, we don't do it every day. Like selling stuff. Sometimes you're looking every day, but you're not selling every day.
Yeah.
So,
Yep. I'm definitely looking every day. I'm not selling every day.
and the last question is from Bill at SDC Pod. Is what's a good duration for a podcast? We're a bad
Clarified.
example.
Whatever your listeners want to listen to, or whatever you feel like doing.
Split it up. I mean, I like the hour format, to be honest. I do like the hour format. Um, my my favorite podcasts right now are the ones that are like hitting hour and a half to 2 hours. But I'm in a special case scenario where I get to listen to podcasts all day. I'm not just listening to the amount of commute. Where a 2 hour podcast is daunting because that's almost a week, or that's I don't know, 2 days of commuting to get through a podcast. If you have a 20-minute commute,
Yeah.
so
Yep. I listen to podcasts while I'm working, but generally I've been listening to them less lately. So, I mean, the length is the length. If it's too long for me, I'm not going to listen to it. But I haven't given up a podcast for that anyway, or yet anyway. So,
yeah,
in fact, I just added I've reached the end of my podcasts, and I added 4 more podcasts to my
oh
rotation.
wow,
But some of them will get ruled out because I was trying a new thing. Like I said, I'm doing a temporary job for 6 months, so I've added some podcasts in the field of basically QA, quality assurance for software.
okay,
So I'll check out the podcasts, try and get a feel for what people are talking about in the industry and what I should be learning, and then get rid of the podcasts that are no good. I've already got rid of 2, I think, out of 4 or so that I installed to begin with or downloaded.
yeah, so yeah,
One of them was literally reposting other podcasts episodes.
oh wow,
Like they took podcast episodes from 6 different podcasts on the topic and just reposted them on one feed.
wow,
And another one was someone wrote scripts and then had Google read it out for
oh
you.
jeez,
And that was the podcast.
so bad.
The writing wasn't bad, but I couldn't listen to a robot voice the whole time. And they were short episodes, like 25 minutes or so.
Jeez,
It was weird.
wow,
So those were deleted quickly.
yeah, I could believe that. So thank you to everyone who gave us a Q&A. Really appreciate it. I like having the fan.
Almost everyone.
Yeah, the fan. I say fan, but I don't mean. I like having interaction. It's nice. This is the one thing I think I've said this before. It's the one thing I like doing podcasts because it's more interactive. Again, if you're doing with other people, the other thing I don't like about podcasts is you get very little feedback. Right, as opposed to I'm comparing this to a YouTube video Like I put a YouTube video up. Like my goal is to get comments because I like hearing from people. So, whereas podcasts doesn't happen that much, so I appreciate it when it does happen.
Yeah.
So, that being said, if you do want to get a hold of us, we are on Twitter at Not So Special Pod. You can find us there. We also have a YouTube channel that is Not So Special Podcast.
I don't remember.
I'm gonna write this down one day. It's just Not So Special. So yeah, you can find us there. Please subscribe. We only have 5 subscribers. We need to get that 100 so we can get our URL, custom URL. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not easy to find our channel, but
It will be, if you're listening to this on the podcast app of your choice,
there we
the
go.
link to it will be in the podcast description. So you can click that and you can find our channel there.
There you go.
That's the easiest way to do it. Down there, you'll also find links to my YouTube channel, which is Creep Leets. You can find links to either my Creep. I don't know if I'll do my YouTube or my Twitter. Maybe I'll do my Twitter. And I'm
Look for Josh's SoundCloud with his music released.
not gonna happen.
And this episode will be named Creepy Crawlers.
Welcome to season 3. And then you can also find Derek on Twitter. I think that's where you're most active is on Twitter.
Yeah. DEGE13.
Yeah, at DEGE.
Same with YouTube, DEGE13. Instagram's probably DJ Chew, I think. 31 or something. I forget.
And you're on Twitch at
Twitch is
DEG13.
DEG13, yep.
I'm also on Twitch at CreepLeet1337. Come and watch me play games. I did actually just play through this month's Cartridge Club game of the month. Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Ghost got my tongue.
Not Ghostbusters.
And it was pretty good, but also very frustrating at times. So I'm not on the podcast for that, though, so I can spread my opinion freely. Unlike
Right? Exactly.
other podcasts.
I really should sit down and play that game at least a little bit, since we all got it free on Epic.
I've heard that version is broken.
Broken? Yeah.
Broken. I've heard it's broken.
Oh.
So it was like $6 on Steam, so I rebought it there.
No. I won't do that. I have it on PS3 right now, but that's packed up and ready for sale, I think. I'm not gonna be playing that. Yeah, I'd play it on Epic or not at all.
I mean, you could try it. If you're not going to play all the way
Yeah.
through. I think I heard somewhere the saves are broken.
Okay.
So if you want
I don't plan on saving.
to, yeah. I mean, you could try.
Or playing
Your
it much
experience
at
could be
all.
different too, right? So
Yeah.
I was just afraid of that happening, so it was very cheap on Steam, so I just rebought it there in case I ever decide I want to try the remastered version. Which I will say
Yeah.
I might do because that 60 frames looks pretty nice. The Xbox suffered at 30 frames quite a bit. So
Yeah, I don't. I'll just try it on Epic maybe,
Yeah.
if I get time. Tonight is my game night, so I would have played it
I've
tonight.
ruined your game.
I also would have played. I was also gonna play the Wonder Boy, which was last month's game.
yeah.
I was gonna try that out. I have that on Steam, so I was gonna try it out, but never got around to it. And then I thought I probably should do that, but then we decided to record this.
I was also going to play Wonder Boy. Didn't get around to it. But I was like, I got to do Ghostbusters because I've had that in my collection for 12 years. So.
But you bought it on Steam.
Xbox version.
Yeah, but you didn't play the Xbox version.
Yeah, I
right?
did.
Oh, okay. I thought you said you just bought it on
I
Steam.
did.
All right. I just buy it on everything. I have a PS3 copy you could buy.
I had a PS3 copy. I sold it.
Great. Now you can buy
Don't
mine.
judge me, okay?
Uh,
Oh man, it's bad. Okay, I'm aware it's a problem. I'll think about getting help.
nah. You won't.
Next month's Cartridge Club game of the month is Turtle Games. I think it's like Hyperstone Heist, Turtles in Time, and arcade game on NES.
Sounds right. I just updated the forum because no one was doing that.
Now, correct
the
me if I'm
upcoming
wrong,
games.
because but actually, by the time everyone's hearing this, it'll be the new month, so it could be different. Was the original plan for it to be any Turtles game, and then it got changed to just a 3? Because I believe the first time I heard it was going to be any Turtles games.
I thought that sounded familiar too, but I don't know for sure. I just heard the Turtle Power recently because I forgot all about it.
Okay.
Did Portable do a turtle game or not? I thought that was a thing already.
I don't know. No one listens to that
Okay, I don't
podcast
remember.
anyway.
Maybe I'm
so-
remembering wrong. Jeez.
I just heard Mrs. Q Dog say the 3 games on the Wonder Boy podcast, which made
Yeah.
me question my original thought that it was any Turtles game.
Okay, so Portable was a specific Game Boy one, so that must not have been the case.
Okay.
I'm remembering wrong. So,
Oh well,
Cartridge Club Game
I'll
of the
just play whatever Turtles game I want, really.
Month, right? I do have the Mutant Nightmare one to sell, so maybe I should just play that.
Play it for a little bit, give it a shot.
Yeah.
I got that Platinum Games one on PS4. Turtles Platinum.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to play that one.
My brother-in-law played that. I think he enjoyed it, but he also...
I've heard mixed reviews, but I do want to play
I
it.
can't remember. I know he played it. I know he liked it. I just can't remember how much he liked it and why.
I heard it's decent, but it's short, but it's also very chaotic. But that's very Platinum anyway.
Yeah, Mutants in Manhattan.
Well, I think
It's also still
I think
not
that
cheap.
game. There's an investor. I think that game's going to be hard to find / expensive in the future.
Its price has gone
Yeah.
up since January. January was $20. Now it's 30
Yeah, it's going up.
for
slowly.
that's loose.
Because it's
Yeah,
not a
it's
game
loose.
I like ever see. Even at game stores, I don't see it. And the other game that's also the only way to buy it is physical. I think it's gone is the Deadpool game on PS4. It also came out on PS3 and Xbox, but it got re-released on PS4.
Yeah.
The licenses have
Well,
run
for a
out
while
on that.
there,
and It's
they-
only available. You can only buy that as a physical. That one's also going to go up in price.
Oh. See, I had that for a while. I had it for PlayStation or Xbox 360 and PS4. Maybe I still do. Sorry, Xbox 360 and PS3. I think I might still have it for both. But the value was pretty high on that for a while
Yeah.
there. Like over 20, but
It was always sticking around like
Looks
30
like
or
it's
40
not.
for the longest time, and I think I found it really cheap one time for 10, like in a bundle with other stuff.
I got it for 7
So,
from a guy that I know is a reseller in town,
oh,
and I got it at his garage sale. I'm like, yes, got him.
stick it to the man.
Yeah, I also bought a Atari 2600 Junior off that guy, and it didn't work. So
That's why he sold it.
anything I can do to stick it to that guy.
And then the game after that is Wind Waker, Legend of Zelda.
Yep, another Mr. and Mrs. Q Dog
Yeah.
special.
So that one I'm going to play. I might play a Turtles game and then jump right into Zelda, so I have time to soak it in. So
I did start Wind Waker, but I just no, I can't. Too slow.
I've been wanting to play that one for a long time, so this is my excuse to play it. So
I'm at some castle and I don't know where to go.
that's what the internet is for.
Yeah, I know, but I shouldn't have to look up how to play a game to play the game.
Maybe you should be better at games then.
That's also possible. But games that don't respect my time can go out the window.
That's fair.
I should actually sell that game while it has value.
Which is it, HD or the GameCube one?
The HD.
Okay. Yeah, before it gets
It had
released on
some
Switch.
value. I don't know. Yeah, exactly.
So
Yeah, it's still got some value. $30 complete.
get it gone.
Gotta do it.
Get it gone. No, we don't need it.
Yeah. I'll never freaking play it. My son would love to, but he just keeps replaying old games.
Well, keep
so
it for him when he gets older. He might want it then.
by the time he gets older, it'll be out on Switch.
Or it won't be, and it'll be expensive.
Then he can just play a different game. It'll be fine. He's got lots of games to play. There's 450 on the or 500 on the shelf.
Don't talk about numbers of games. I'll get discouraged.
Because you have like way more, yeah.
Yeah, it's sad.
We can just look at Dean's list here.
You have Dean's list of games?
CJR's. Yeah, yeah. So he's got 4,000.
Is this private information? Are we doxing him right now?
No.
Okay.
He's got his list shared. He sent it out before. And CJR is showing... He's got more than that. CJR is only showing 6,000. But I'm pretty sure his YouTube thing said... Or his Instagram there the other day said 15,000. And then we've got VG Collectaholics at over 13,000.
Yikes.
And then my measly 494. Yeah.
I am at...
Are you distracted on your phone?
No, I'm looking up my my number of games.
Oh.
I am at 1,320.
It's getting up there.
Getting up there. So
Should really sell some.
I'm selling that's not including my extras.
Oh yeah, I don't include my extras either.
Speaking of games of extras,
I probably have almost as many games to sell as I actually own to keep.
I'm not quite that bad. I bought a game in a bundle. I bought a bundle of Wii U games. One of them didn't work. Actually, more than one of them didn't work, but one of them I was like, "Oh, this is going to be a cheap game. I'll literally just throw this game out because it's absolute garbage. It's all trashed. Disc is scratched. Case is trashed."
Okay.
Oh, I threw it in the garbage and I bought another copy on eBay for like less than $5. I don't know how the person made any money on it. Put it on my shelf. It was great. Literally yesterday, looking at my shelf, I have it again. I had bought another copy of it. I have 2 versions of it. So I bought a copy to replace a copy that I already had.
Good. Good.
I'm an idiot.
I agree. I mean, what?
I literally looked at it. I'm like, this honestly?
I actually did that. What the hell game was it?
That was the first time it's ever happened to me in all this time of collecting.
I haven't sold it, but I bought one and then bought it again. It was a Cars game for Wii for my son. Cars Tune Mater's Tall Tales, I think, is the one, or it's the other one. I can't remember.
Mater National?
I think it's the other one because it had a higher value. I think I remember it being like $20 if you didn't open it, and the second one I got was sealed.
Okay.
And I opened it, and I lowered the value.
That's why you don't open games. You buy it physical, then buy it digital.
Cars Mater National Championship. I had it brand new, opened it, and then realized I already had it open on the shelf.
Oh, that sucks.
So I made it go from worth $28 to worth $8.
Yikes. Although, by the way,
I got it cheap anyway. I think I got it for $1 or something.
those a lot of those like Disney games on Xbox and PS3, all those games are starting to go up in value.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Not by much, but they're slowly creeping up because those are games that no one they either didn't buy or they bought for their kids and then threw out.
Yeah. And then with COVID on top of that, to get everybody playing everything again.
So keep an eye out for those Disney games or Pixar games.
Now I want to check it out.
We can do that on our time. We can end this show now.
I did notice one going up. A Toy Story game.
Toy
I
Story,
think.
yeah. Toy Story 3 is going up.
No, the Toy Story one that supports Connect.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I have it on the shelf and I was going through the games and I was like, what the hell? Why is this worth something? Toy Story Mania? Yeah. It's worth 24 complete. That looks pretty consistent though. At least on loose. No, it's up and down. Anyway. Yeah, that's fine. We can end
We can end
this
this
now.
now before we start diving into...
Well, before it's 2:00 in the morning and we're still talking.
It's going to happen anyway.
or 3 or 4 o'clock last time. I think
it
it was.
was like 3, yeah. Because I only got like 3 hours of sleep before I had to go to work. So, anyways, thank you for listening. Go check out the links down in the description for where you want to find us. And hope you have a good month. And we'll see you next month. For season
Bye.
4.
Yeah, 4.